Hello, people. So I said last night, oh yeah, I'll see you next week. And then I was like, I was like, hang on a minute, I forgot I'd committed to the what I usually do. So yeah, had to do it now because it's Sag Moon, and then we would have been out of that energy. So I've rested and I'm ready. So let's go. So if nobody's here, that's fine. Quite right. You should be enjoying your Friday night or your Friday during the day, whatever it is. It was a lot cooler today, so I hear I didn't go outside. But because I live on the top floor, the heat has just risen as usual, and it's like, um, but I've got the fan on like I'm in a music video, as usual. I've also got the fan on in my room for when I go through there. Great as well. The one in my room was like it was a tenner, but I mean it's really lasted. I had two either side of the bed, and then the only thing is it fell and the one of the blades broke, and I just never replaced it. But it's a good wee. It's just you know what I mean. Got to make sure you don't knock that shit over. So maybe there's a tower moment that I'm gonna be channeling about in this. Um, right. What else? That's it. Right. I'm just gonna crack on with this, and if people are here, I'll chat loads. But yeah, I did sort of feel a wee bit tired as soon as I was due to come on here. So, um, but I'll wake up as soon as I start doing this. Right, the sound okay? Tired as soon as I was due to come on here. Ah, that isn't going to let me put in all those emojis as usual. Take that out, that out. Right, so if anybody's wanting any wee personal messages, I can do them at the end or I can do them during, we'll do it somewhere. And then if we hit the infamous goal that we never we never seem to well no. People donate, but we don't seem to use this thing as it's intended. Not really too sure what we're meant to be doing. Well, nah, I do know, but when there's more people, we can do more fun stuff with it. But yeah, if we hit that goal, whenever it is, even if it's months from now, um, but I'll do that anyway. Basically, I want if there's people in the chat and I've got your chart, I'll look at some of the transits going on. Whatever one is sticking out to me the most. I don't think I'll waste any, it's not wasting time, but I don't think we'll waste any more time talking about all the different transits going on because I've literally spoke about them like 10 days in advance and then last night and a bit pointless. All the same stuff happened. um, although what is quite cool, let's just get a card on that before we get into the big story. I'm pretty sure right now the moon is conjunct my moon. So where this is the Antares portal, and this is what I always call it's like my slaying the demons, Buffy the vampire energy, because that's what the it's like connected to Archangel Michael and like very galactic energy, and we're in a very galactic time. Um, let's see. Yes. Oh God, it's exact actually, because mine is, yeah, it's exactly my degree, which was what the full moon was not so long ago. Around my birthday, wasn't it? Or just after, I can't remember. Well, that's kind of interesting. Right, yeah. So I don't know, I kind of feel with that being my exact, it'll be while I'm talking, it's exact degree. Could be quite an interesting message. Right, probably just interesting to me that bit, but yeah, let's see. But no, not necessarily, because it's like if I've been, I would say it's if I'm being used to pass on whatever it is they're saying, it's going to be significant to whoever's guided to listen. Right, okay, so I'll need to keep an eye on the mic if there's nobody here, which isn't helpful when it's swinging round the wrong way. What are you doing? God, this is a bit of a rogue mic. This is a bit tight too. I've had this for ages. I just thought I want to wear red and I want to see if that fits. Right. Let's get what's actually we'll make it part of the message so this doesn't take forever. Give me the energy of the divine feminine collective that are going to connect with this message. Male or female, although if you're new to me, I do tend to channel the messages like the divine masculine's a man and the divine feminine's a woman, but it can be the same sex or it could be, the divine feminine's a man and the divine masculine's a woman. So yeah, just use your fucking common sense. And this doesn't need to just resonate with Sagittarius. We've all got Sagittarius, we've all got a ninth house. So and all the other energies connected with Sagittarius. So we'll just, yeah, could resonate with anyone. So like the feminine, the masculine's feminine side. Four of Cups in verse. Sorry, I'm just taking in this picture. It's like a wee woman. So I'm feeling like the divine feminine's in a vibe of you don't feel like this is a missed opportunity. Because if you felt like it was a missed opportunity, you would be in like a pessimistic vibe of like, well, that's a shame that didn't happen. And now I'm hearing that dance song, You Were Almost Mine. So it's like the divine feminine must be in this energy of, oh no, it's still going to happen. Like I've let go of when it's going to happen, but I know that this is in my highest timeline. Like I just need to get in alignment in the vibration of how to attract that into my life without trying to control things or trying to convince the other person, like, this is happening. That's what I'm getting. But I'm just trying to work out why. Oh, I suppose because if it was upright, the little flying cat person is trying to hand her a cup and she's not noticing it. But we pulled it in reverse. So that's why I'm saying I don't feel this is a missed opportunity. But yeah, quite an interesting card. But we'll read it from the book because it'll probably say something completely different. Actually, we'll read it and then we'll get the masculine because I'll put it back and see if it comes out. So, and also Sagittarius energy is very optimistic. As you just heard me say, I'm a Sag moon and it's crazy. Like whether it's stuff happening to me or other people, I can always look on the bright side of life or find the silver lining. That's what I love about having a Sag moon. It's with all my Scorpio, I would be a completely different kettle of fish. If I love Scorpio energy, by the way, but I'm very deep and intense and shed light on the darkness, and I can listen to people's hard times and stuff. That's what I'm listening to the majority of the time. But amongst it, I'm always helping people with their calling and stuff too. So it's not always like the darkness. But if I didn't have my Sag moon and I was able to switch off and put on Love Island or some sort of reality TV, or today I watched that kids film again, Soul. I wouldn't actually really say it is for kids. It's quite deep. Lily Allen's Smile just came on. And again, that song's all about feeling a bit fed up as well. So that's very Four of Cups. But again, we didn't pull it up right. I'm going to pull it up right. But I'm going to read it up right. But I'm going to read the retrograde meaning first because that is how it came out. And I can already see this is a different interpretation of what I said. So, take what I channeled or take what this is about to say, or maybe a bit of both. Right, okay, so you're not ready for anything new yet. Right now, you just want to focus your attention on the projects that you have to fulfill before you move on to anything else. Keep it easy and simple so that you do not overwhelm yourself with work. that whole message screams Saturn retrograde in Aries, which we're about to go in a few days. I'm just trying to remember what the actual date is right now, guys. I need that's terrible. I'm having a total mind blank, right? It's the 24th, yeah. So it's in a couple of days when the North Node shifts. That's when Saturn retrograde shifts as well. So it's just not going to get a lot of limelight because of the nodes. But so it's just, yeah, exactly what that said. Like, and what I've been saying, the last few days and really before that, it's not a time to be doing like brand new things work wise, really, because Saturn is work. It's like it's good to sort of go over everything and reassess things. And that's definitely what I'm going to be doing for the next few months. And it's not easy to do that if you've got a lot of ideas flooding in. And like I said, with all this galactic energy about, and it's only going to get stronger in a few days when the North Node goes into Aquarius, especially if you've got some strong Aquarius placements. But like I said, really, that's going to happen for everyone. It could be quite hard to like resist. Oh, like fuck it, let's go. I want to go because I am, like I said, I'm wanting to change things up a bit. I've been wanting to do that for ages, but I'm like, it's already going to be taxing to be back to these. So, I've got to, like I said, I got to kind of balance that all out. And also, I don't want my house turning in a pigsty while I'm doing this. It's already very messy in here with cards, granted. But again, when I'm kind of doing this, it doesn't make a lot of sense to put all these away. So I might just leave it because I don't spend tons of time in here. It really depends. Well, sometimes I do. It just depends on my mood. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. That's really what that's given. So I feel the feminine. I feel you don't feel this is a missed opportunity in love, and you don't feel that you've missed out on other things that you want to achieve in your life, but you are taking time to reassess things to do with work is what I'm mainly feeling. But it can really be any area of life because it can be assessing your boundaries. With friendships, definitely because the North Node in Aquarius is friendship. It can be stuff to do with groups on like your intentions. Sorry, I can't stop hiccuping. That's when I'm clearing energy. But yeah, that's what's coming through. So you must see beyond the veil of illusion. What are you missing that's right in front of you? Quiet your mind and feel yourself into the quantum field of possibility all around you to retrieve the answers you're looking for. There's something you cannot afford to ignore or miss out on right now. But like I said, for most people who are going to resonate with this, you don't feel like that because of what I said. I open, or you soon won't, because remember, I channel past, present, future, and I got a feeling that this, for everyone, it's different times it can manifest. Like this could be years from now, months from now. I don't feel the ones I'm putting out are like that far away. I'm feeling like this might be projected in the future, like a couple of months or something, maybe even like, August, September. So, but just tune in and listen. And like I would say, take it in, listen like a nice story, let it go. And then if it happens, come back and let me know. So I open my eyes and heart to see the signs and synchronicities that are all around me. Yeah. So again, once again, I feel the divine feminine collective that are going to resonate with this. You're feeling optimistic. Or this is how you'll be feeling, like you said, further down the line if you're not feeling there now, because this could be give you a wee bit of hope or something, because that's what Sagittarius Moon's about, and that's what I'm here to do for people as well. So, right, what have we got? And let's see if the same card jumps out. So, what have we got? What energy is the masculine in that's going to connect with this? And the divine feminine's masculine side, your boundaries that we've just been talking about, your decision making, your action taking. Oh, what is it? We're going to turn over this way. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. So again, we're picking up on a single masculine. So that would be nice if this is like a kind of less dramatic true story that I'm going to pick up on that may or might not be yours, where yeah, it's a single masculine doing the work, feeling abundant. But because it's Leo season, I'm also like, this could be some kind of dramatic Mercury direct kind of somebody's got the clarity and breaking something off that isn't right for you, breaking for freedom, because Sagittarius energy is free spirit. But anyway, let's read what it says. So the masculine is in the Nine of Pentacles, and that's helpful that I opened up at the book. The Nine of Discs, Pentacles, though, is ultimate abundance card. You have created and manifested a life of prosperity and luxury. Whatever it is you're asking, wealth is coming. So again, isn't that interesting that the feminine is you're focused on work and reassessing things, and you don't feel like you've missed an opportunity in love or work or anything in any area of your life. And the masculine's feeling good and they're manifesting stuff and they're feeling abundant. So this feels like two people that, like, I mean, we'll see as we get into it, but I could be picking up on you're all ready, like in communication or something. There's nothing to indicate that, but I'm just kind of feeling it. If you want to quantum leap to more success, be grateful for what you already have now, and that will supercharge your cosmic magic, right? And then you're becoming or have already become a self made human. Your intellect and knowledge have brought you far. Take a moment to look back in your life to where you are now and feel into the fact that you actually did it. So, again, this is what I'm feeling. I feel this is a masculine that has actually done it. Like you've done the work, you've manifested a magical life, you've not missed out on any opportunity. It could more than likely, because I channel for twin flames, it could be that like this masculine is feeling abundant, you're feeling like you're attracting stuff left, right, and center, but maybe the one thing that you haven't got is who you want. And so again, there's nothing to indicate that either, but I'm just, it's all the things that are coming into my awareness. But like I said, equally, this could be picking up on people that are in contact. Um, Enjoy your well-earned material comforts without becoming a slave to quenchless desire for more. So I also feel this is a masculine energy that you've overcame like an overworking thing, or and again, so you see how if this is like not if when this is speaking of true twin flames, you both carry the same energy. Let me blow your mind has just come on as well, Eve. So do you mean I feel this masculine's about to blow the feminine's mind with uh, whatever their transformation or something, or usually it's when I'm itching my nose, that's love, one and spirit coming in. What else was I getting there? And I just got a text, so you could be getting like communication with this. Hello, how are you doing? I've nearly called you Faith, but Katie. Um, yes, you could be getting communication coming in with Mercury now direct. Yeah, I'm abundant in health, wealth, love, and happiness. I'm grateful and proud of everything I've done for my growth. Yeah, I really do feel there's a bit of masculine that's done the work and now they're seeing, the abundance from the work they've put in. But I also feel it's more about like, rather than money, it's about the work you've put in and the growth on your healing and like to not stay stagnant or stuck like with negative influences around you, getting stuck in toxicity and karmic cycles. It's like you've really put in the work to be where you are. Right, now I'm going to read the retrograde message, but we didn't pull it reverse. So remember, it's more everything I just said. There might be some financial setbacks and challenges popping up surrounding a certain situation related to money. So bear in mind what I said. If you're feeling that now and you're the masculine, I'm feeling that this is like, next month or the next couple of months, the energy you're going to be in is the first bit that I read. Instead of hoping for the money, what the hell? That's so annoying. My Amazon thing keeps texting me. But again, it'll be for a reason. Like it keeps texting, and I'm like, right, I'll fix that after. But it's like something's at you. So something could be at this masculine. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Instead of hoping for the money to come in, make a plan, shift your energy, and take aligned actions to call in more abundance. You see, the action might be take action to like shift your energy and get you out of this funk, like towards the things you want to create. Love it. Like, because in the box it says manifest your most magical star aligned life. Right. Okay. So that's the energies that are going to resonate with us. Or like I said, that's what you're going to be in. Right. Now let's kind of stick to the thing. Right. So I didn't do the scripture thing. Oh, and also that's what I didn't do. Hello, Joe. How are you doing, Joe? That's so funny, right? What was it? I can't remember what it was. It was a live stream, like, so I only got back to them a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh, what's that girl's name again? And I never really forget it. Right? Are you fucking kidding me? I need to mute this. I've just got free text in a row from Amazon. Can you calm the fuck down? But that is going to be relevant to, I think, fast incoming communication. And it was, and then I was like, after I was like really annoying me. And I was even going to check my emails, and I was like, oh my god, duh! Like I've actually got like one of my best friends has got the same name as you, so I was like, how could I like? But yes, anyway. So just in case you saw that one and you're like, I think she's talking about me, because I specifically was like that woman that came on and really made me laugh that time. But yes, how are you doing? I hope you're coping with the heat. I am finding it a bit much. It's cooler today though here. I guess it was for you as well, but it's not in my flat because it's high up. The heat has really it's risen up. Right, okay, so let's get a scripture. And I forgot that I was doing it the newbie with the message at the start. Let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. 12-1, so the 12th of January. Oh, that's my Nana's birthday. Above all, put on love. Above all, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. 3-14, so 14th of March can be significant as well. No, I didn't see. Oh, well, I just grasped on myself there. So that's you I was talking about. It's just something was really annoying. I was like, why have I? And it was on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what I was referring to you about something. So I can't remember what would have reminded me, but I was like, oh, if you're out there, hi. And you must have, maybe you've felt me now. Right. That's what I was going to use the year of the, I'm calling it the year of the horse deck because it's the sacred horse, because we are in the year of the horse. So, and I haven't used these cards a lot. So we're going to do what we done last night. So basically this is how I've done these all in the past, but I just wanted to do like a wee, clearing of a wee mini chakra clearing, connecting to the near frequency every time I do these, because it's just good for if people have had a bad day or you're just falling too much into the fear. So let's see what horse energy. And so my intention would be whatever card comes out, right? It's going to encompass quite a lot of what either the feminine is needing support with or the masculine or both. And in truth, it's both. And it's for a group of people. Or it can just be, like I said, for people that tune in live or on the replay. Especially whoever's really needing help with whatever comes out. So, right, before I pick the card, I'll just tune in what I'm getting and then see what the card says. So this is where you're invited to close your eyes if you want to. And like I said, this bit usually just lasts 5 minutes, sometimes longer, but I don't think I want it to be any more than 5 minutes because I want to get off and watch Love Island before it's like not too late, because I actually watched Love Island at 2 in the morning last night. But that's what the bags are under my eyes, because I was like, I'm not tired, so I sat up watching it, and then I don't know if the buzzer went at 9 or something, which was horrible because only again it was like yesterday I hadn't had enough sleep because I'd stayed up late, and then my niece woke me up at 7, and then today it was like I'd only went to sleep after 5, and then but I don't know. Sometimes I think I hear the buzzer and I haven't, and then I'm all disoriented. So again, that could be a message too. That it could be like pop-up visits or calls or texts. It's all Mercury retrograde stuff. Okay, so close your eyes if you want to, and breathe in, telling yourself relax, and breathe out, telling yourself release. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out, release. And I just want you to begin to imagine a cloud of mist forming above the top of your head. And that cloud of mist has the power to dispel any negative energies or entities or anything hanging about your aura that doesn't serve you at this time. And I imagine a cloud of sagey mist in the mist. I don't know if I said the sage bit. And I want you to see that energy floating down over the top of your head, your soul star chakra. So anything that might have muddied the waters of your own unique spark in the world, because it would be rude not to shine that in Leo season. We're clearing that energy so that you can come back to your soul essence. And then again, just notice the synchronicity of me watching a film called Soul. And that's really what that wee film is all about, is getting your spark back and your zest for life. Because he gets us actually so when I chat, whatever I say as I'm going through the chakras, it's going to really resonate, like I said, with the whole story I'm about to channel, or if you want to use, or a combination of all of this. I feel this is going to be about somebody getting a second chance for reconciliation because they've put the work in. Because that's what that's why I watched it again today, and I didn't pay attention again to all of it, but most of it. And it was like, it's basically like, he's meant to be in a coma or something. This is why I said it's like a cartoon, but I think it's more really adults. But I think it's really maybe teaching kids about the soul, which is, anyway, it's interesting. But Yeah, like, you know, at the very spoiler alert, click off if you don't want to hear this, but at the very end of the film, like she's like, you know, we've decided to give you a second chance, like meaning you can come back to life. And she's like, so what are you going to do with your life? And he says, he says something like, I've no idea, but I'm going to live my life to the full, or I'm going to live my life or something, like meaning like I'm going to make the most of it. I'm not going to stall and delay and procrastinate, because it's like he wasn't living to his full potential, which I'm sure, I think if anyone said they've not resonated with that at any point in their life, I would say a liar, because I certainly know that I've resonated with that. And what kind of pinged to me when uh right when it ended, I thought, oh my God, like that really, you know, it didn't make me cry or anything, but like I just kind of laughed to myself, because um you know, although me and my mum like walked away from that car crash like completely fine, well, you know, shaken up and all that, and I had my war wound bruised for a while, but it's kind of like it is just more the what could have been, like in another timeline, like that just would have been it, and then it's quite depressing really, because you're like, oh my God, like, and all the stuff I've wanted to do with the channel and just my work in general and just loads of areas of life like that would have been it. Like I would have been talking to other mediums rather than me being the one receiving the message. I would have been like, hey, remember me when I was on the Earth plane, you know, this unexpected thing. But anyway, let's not go down that path. But you know what I mean? It's interesting. So yes. Still with the eyes closed, that's all, because that's all at the crown chakra, lots of stuff about the soul and coming through. So again, maybe somebody felt like they were a bit like the Walking Dead. Sorry to be blunt, but Sagittarius energy is blunt, and I'm blunt and I own it. It's like you could be alive, but you're really in the land of the dead. Like you're not living your life to the fullest. But as we've seen, it was quite positive energies that both people are like at a high frequency. Um, so the energy now goes down over your third eye, where whatever it is you're not seeing, we're asking that you're able to see any kind of distortion or discernment that you need. But again, be prepared for what you're showing with the people around you, because unfortunately, sometimes it can be the people closest to us that betray us and shock us and let us down. So, you know, when you're asked to be shown what you need to be shown, just be prepared for that. Obviously, I pray that that's not the case, but it usually is somewhere. Um, and so now the energy goes down over the throat chakra, where we call, oh, we don't call on Saint Germain there, but that's interesting. We're calling on clearing energy of the throat chakra, because there's something strongly coming through about this masculine feeling abundant. They're feeling like they've got their shit together, but what they're feeling like they're missing is love. Um, so now the energy goes down to the higher heart chakra, and that is where we call on Saint Germain, the violet flame, to cleanse, clear, and delete any previous requests that no longer serve your highest good. Make way for what will serve your highest good and the highest good of all timelines across all time and space, dimensions, versions of self. I am completely mixing up all the things that I usually say, but again, Mercury has just went direct, so we'll blame it on that. But this could be symbolic of somebody stumbling on their words or something. It feels like maybe someone's going to be can't get the words out quick enough. Like it's very fast energy. And I mean, Sagittarius, like Leo Sun right now, Sag energy would be fast, 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 fun, fun, fun. Like one of my close friends actually, like she's this energy, but the other way swapped about. Oh no, it's not actually like it's two fire signs, so like the Aries and the Leo. But you know what I mean? It is, and like actually, wait a minute, no, this isn't mine. Yeah, yeah. I was like, this is yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean? Sag is the fire and Leo is the fire, and also 9 p.m. till I come has just come on, so 9 p.m. could be a significant time. And oh, that's funny. It's oh my God, I need to take guys. It's literally 9 right now. As I said that, that must be somebody being funny on that thingy. Like they must have put that song on because it's 9 o'clock. That's interesting, but it literally is. Yeah, I might not put that up. That's maybe not enough to post it, but I'm like, wait a minute, it's 9 now. So that also could be symbolic of some things like happening now. Like this is like real time energy rather than, you know, I was feeling like there's something about like, you know, this being the next couple of months. This could be like real present energy for at least somebody watching. So you would hope so, but I always seem to pick up way, way far in the future. But anyway, so it's still fun to do that though. So now the energy goes down over the heart, calling in unconditional love for where you are in this now moment, knowing that you're loved exactly where you are and learning the lessons you're meant to learn. We've all got our lessons to learn, and the ninth house of Sagittarius is about learning and teaching. So now the energy goes down over your solar plexus, where wherever you've given your power away, we're calling it back across all time, space, dimension, version of self for you and your twin flame, with their higher self's permission, of course, because like I always say, the ego would buy it away maybe, but the soul wouldn't. And see how there's so much coming in about the soul. Loving it. So that's kind of like something I would expect coming in Pisces or something. But anyway, we're going with it. So now the energy, well, I suppose it is higher wisdom. Sagittarius sort of energy is channeling and stuff too. So the energy is now going down over the sacral chakra, clearing any distortion at the sacral chakra. So again, that's kind of indicating that perhaps there was like, at some point someone's been, their energy's been siphoned, through a karmic relationship or something. And now the energy reaches the root chakra, calling on grounding, safety, security, abundance. And I want you to just imagine all the shit you're ready to let go of, consciously or unconsciously, stuff that's whirling around that's about to surface in you. See it going down, 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 out your feet, down through the roots of the tree, growing down, 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 the bottom of Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be, and just release, release, release all the heaviness. And we're going to cut the cords of Archangel Michael to the old earth of fear, lack, and negativity, letting go of the pain and the karma, because you don't want to be repeating the same karmic lessons with the same karmic people. And you're like, oh my God, how have I found myself in this kind of friendship again? It's not equal, or in this kind of client dynamic, I thought I'd learned my lesson, or in this kind of family drama, or this kind of like weird, you know what I mean? And then Saturn retrograde is going to come in a couple of days and help you with your boundaries. Saturday night, Wigfield's on as well. So again, there's lots to indicate with 9 p.m. coming on at 9 p.m. with Saturday night coming on, and Saturday night is tomorrow. There's a lot seems to be pointing towards this message could even be like significant to this weekend or a weekend. So take it as it resonates. And now we connect to the new earth of peace, calm, abundance, balance of the masculine and feminine, filling up that energy. Set your own personal intention for anywhere where you might need healing, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Just set a wee intention for you to receive the healing that you need tonight. And I'm putting those prayers out for that always and throughout this. And right, before we pull the card, just tune in yourself. What are you feeling for you? What are you feeling you need? I'm feeling right away, I'm feeling like there's something stuck in my throat. So there's already been a lot of indications that someone's had a blockage at the throat chakra that is really significantly cleared. And they're just, they're ready to talk. And so this could be all the reflecting in the Mercury retrograde. And now that it's direct, it's like something surfacing and someone needs to speak. I just keep feeling like the words are going to be spilling out and stumbling over their words because they just can't get the words out quicker. That's what I keep getting. So, right, okay, so now let's pick the card. But before I do that, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, you're going to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, you're going to open your eyes, if you even close them, because you don't need to. It's up to you. And then I'm going to get to 2. You're going to think about your eyes. 1, open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. Right, okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Think about open your eyes. 1, open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. Right. And as I say all the time, that's not meant to be hypnosis. It's just because I am very hypnotic even before becoming a hypnotherapist. And I just have found, whether it's in a personal session or on here, people do they do fall asleep. And then it's like, this is a bit of shit if you wanted to hang out in the chat. So, that's why I do that. Right. What's the message? Wow us. Let this be really wow with the whole message or the stuff that's already been said. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm wowed. Osiris. So we're pulling in Isis and Osiris vibes, so Egyptian vibes, the ultimate true love, the ultimate sacrifice for love too, because, if you're around here all the time, you'll know I absolutely love, Goddess and Isis and Osiris and Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and I've always got some kind of icon. You can't really see it because it's tiny, but yeah, I do feel like, in a modern kind of way, like I feel the masculine has been extremely scattered at some point, and now obviously we're more picking up on you've got your shit together, but it's like, or they have, whoever I'm talking to, but it's like at one point this person really was all over the place, scattered. Their soul, sorry, I geek out on this. Like, I really, it doesn't matter if people watch this. Can you look how much fucking fun I have? This is when you know you're following your calling. I'm always like, oh, I don't want to get back to them, and I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm like, I love this. That's why I watched that film again because of what I said about. There's a bit when all the wee souls are looking down at their body, and then when the guy that's miserable in an office jumps into his body, he's like, oh my god, I'm alive again. This is great. I gotta go and tell everyone. I gotta get out of here. And then he knocks over everyone's computers and like runs. It's just and it's totally like it's very like real life. Like so many people are just stuck in a boring life, and it's like with a little bit more effort and a little bit focusing on whatever it is you need to do for your own personal healing, you could escape this stuckness, stagnant that you're in. And the good news is, whoever I'm picking up on, whoever many people resonate with, those people have. But you can be that person too if you're not ready. But fertility and endings. Oh, okay. So is this the birth, the new beginning of a connection? It does. Again, I know there's not been loads of things like that, but I'm not, like I said, I don't need the cards. I'm getting things about. It's either that I'm picking up on people that are already communicating, or you're like really close, like you're going to be like very soon. Like it feels imminent. It feels imminent. So maybe it's to do with the North Node shifting into Aquarius on Sunday, and which is the Mayan New Year as well. So this is. So I always see this as like the these days are like the kind of like the New Year's celebration, and like when we go into I don't know whether I don't know where that out, whether Sunday would be like the New Year's Eve and then Monday would be the New Year's Day. I think it would be that. I don't know. But it's not getting a lot of attention because all the other astrology. But I feel very connected to mine energy. So anyway, but yeah, something about new beginnings. But again, it really does feel like the masculine collective I'm tuning in here, and really that actually goes for the masculine collective as a whole. It feels like are ending a huge karmic cycle, and ready for a new beginning. And like I said, it is like Isis coming back to life. And in the modern way that I like to describe it, it is like I said, someone's was a lost soul that they were alive, but they were not in the land of living. Oh my god, that is what I channeled. That is what I said before. That's what I said before I pulled the cards and them get right. Yeah, love it. Right, what's on the back? Black Peril of Wisdom, the great space holder. Yes, and I feel as the feminine, you have had the strength to be the great space holder. That's what we'll call the feminines. But you've held space for this person. Like you've believed in them and you've had faith in them, and when this person was a lost soul, whether you could just tune in because you can tune in your own twin flame, or whether you had ways of seeing them, like or like if the same people, or you heard things, or something. It's like whatever it is, it's like you held space for this person to jump into their highest timeline. Right. Okay. So let's now. I don't know if I'll read both of them because they're quite long, but actually, do you know what I kind of felt earlier? Yeah, because I don't. That's just what I got from the cards. Let's read them at the end. The only problem is I might actually forget to read the card. Um, but one of my guides, God, please remind me to, or it'd be helpful if somebody's still here. It would be, but I don't want to hold anyone to. These can be very long, so I don't want to hold anyone to reminding me. But I'm going to read them at the end because again, I'm feeling it. Like I know these are still very the same as what I've done before, but it feels a bit. I'm changing it up a little bit, and then, like I said, I'm changing it up a lot with some stuff further down the line. And not too far down the line after what I've said. And of course, I'm starting the message at my Twin Flames numbers again. Oh my God, that happened last night. I started the whole live stream at his numbers, the different bit, and now so it's, and look, I was just speaking about the masculine. So, right, that's just the cute wee thing my guides like to do, by the way. I see my birthday numbers, I see my Twin Flames. Right, okay, so what's the, I tell you what, because the next question I do is past lives and South Node stuff. I'm the human equivalent of Dory from Finding Nemo. Do you know what? I have seen Finding Nemo, and I watched it not that long ago. Go and just go and kind of run down the premise of that again. Does he, she, does they lose their they lose their mum? He swims away from his mum and dad or something, eh? And then I know there's that thing, just keep swimming or something. Look, Spice Up Your Life is on right now as well. Yeah, I can't really remember the. Oh, I make no promises to remember anything. That's hilarious. Right, okay, I get you. Oh, that's it. Now it's coming. Ironically, it's coming back to me. He forgets stuff, eh? Like quite quickly after, or somebody doesn't it? Except P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. What's that? I don't know what that is, but I know the end is rolling on the floor laughing. Right. Yeah, let's do these, right? Because my question is past and past lives, the issue. Oh, there's a Kirby. I'm sure this could go somewhere. And repeating patterns. So let's actually go a bit past lifey. And how amazing would it be if a card comes out about Egypt? Because these cards are very deep and I don't use them a lot. But I was guided to because Sagittarius is about travel, amongst other things. The mum and all but one egg die in the beginning. Oh, didn't remember that bit. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I can't really remember the point of that film. I think I'm getting a bit mixed up with Shark Tale as well. It's the dress of the dentist that stole the baby fish that was on the goggles he dropped. Only thing Dory could remember. Ah, yeah, I think I need to watch that again. It's kind of coming back to me. I like Shark Tale. That's funny. I think I find that really funny. Like, because that's the thing when it's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame has like funny names on the stars, that are like I can't remember, but it's quite clever all the things that they do. Right, so let's get what is in a past life. So this isn't just the past. Oh my, got a hair on my lip or something. Um, in a past life, I think it's actually my hair keeps blowing on my lip. That's probably what it is. Let's see what past life energy comes through. The dentist takes the baby fish. Dad goes after him and finds Dory to help along the way. God, this isn't really. It's not jogging my memory that much. I don't think I was paying attention. I think I've watched it at my niece's and I wasn't paying attention or something. Oh, now I don't know, but this looks like it could be quite Egyptian vibes. Petra, does anyone know? Oh, what? With Giza, and it's blooming got the ank on it, and Egyptian. Look at that! Wow, they're out to wow tonight. If they're no wowing you, they're wowing me. There's Wonderwall, except that's been a bit ruined for me because it's like I'm just going to associate it with the football now. But yes, someone's like, and after all, you're my Wonderwall. Right, okay. Let's see what Petra is first. Are they both? What's that? Oh, my niece has stuck a little gem on the book. I'm like, what's that? Um, Petra. That's crazy though, because this has literally got places all over the world. So the chances of one of them coming out to be Egypt, but I think that looks like both of them are. Petra. Where is it? Oh, come on. Is it Mount Shasta? That's what I feel very connected to. And also that's very relevant because of this. Actually, the shorts that have already been released, I was feeling a lot of Lemuria energy. Um, I'm going to have to go to the index. Right. 122. And then, oh, yeah. That is, yeah. So again, a lot of you would have known that before me, but obviously I could tell from the picture that Giza, Egypt is that second card. And the Petra Jordan is what, right? This one, 122. Let's see what it says. So, energy focus exploration, lower world of the past. So keep in mind that this is going to be connected to the whole story, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, or whether you're just hanging listening for shits and giggles. You do you, boo. You're greeted by the two-winged lions that protect the sacrament of Al-Uzza, the goddess daughter of Allah. She was worshipped in pre-Islamic times by the Nabateans, the Arabic tribe that suddenly gave up their nomadic ways to carve out the capital at Petra. Many have questioned what underlay the great change and pondered exactly what is achieved and by whom. The Nabateans, sorry if I'm probably saying all this wrong, but we'll just move on, began to produce an amazing sculptors, artists, and architects and created one of the wealthiest and most beautiful cities of its day. And remember, the masculine had the Nine of Pentacles. Unprecedented change is now, I didn't say unprecedented, I said imminent, which isn't the same, but maybe it's going to be imminent, unprecedented. It was unprecedented. Unprecedented change is possible for you too. If you've been feeling that you're simply drifting through life, oh my God, that is so like what I've just said about that wee film. Perhaps you need to explore your ancestral history for inspiration, the revelation of truths that may indicate your hidden talents or show your mission in life. So, yes, I feel the masculine in particular is awakening to their past life gifts. The facade of this is the present energy. The facade of the treasury at Petra is spectacular, but what lies behind it? Just as mystery surrounds the purpose of this site, you have been blocked from discovering the whole truth about an important aspect of your life. Yeah, so this is totally. Now, what did I say that sounded a bit shady? I can't remember. It's just generally the vibe right now that the masculine collective are hugely waking up to whatever they couldn't see before, about their own potential or people around them, or maybe both. Is there something you disguise about yourself or fear of letting the world know your truth? Maybe you are insecure but pretend to be the life and soul of the party, or do you hide your spiritual awakening from those who are close to you, afraid of losing them? Interesting that it says spiritual awakening right after I said about spiritual awakening. This card presents itself to you now because it's time to acknowledge the part of you that you have not yet dared to examine fully. Whatever your hidden ambition, take a step towards fulfilling it. If you've always seen yourself as a healer, for example, try attending a workshop or joining a like-minded group of intuitives. And maybe that's what some people are doing for the first time by joining here, or if you just felt guided tonight, you haven't been here for a while. And none of you have been here for a while unless you've been on the last few ones, because I wasn't here. Or simply start by treating yourself to holistic therapy. Many avenues are open for you to explore. And like I said, you're doing that by being here because everything is healing, if you choose to receive it. So the upper world potential, and there was a lot of future energy that I sensed in this. Al-Uzza and her sisters, Al-Diet and Madala, I can't say these things, together form a trinity. The triple goddess, maiden, mother, and crone, known as the strong one, was revered as the goddess of the morning and the evening star. That is kind of Venus, and that is kind of in line with what I'm saying, is that I feel that a very strong feminine group have held space for the masculine to step into their fullest potential, which that is a strong couple, never mind just a strong twin flame union. Like, when both people feel like safe enough to be vulnerable and their best selves, like you can just, embrace all parts of you. The old gods and goddesses have been replaced by new ones, and the sun and the star deities have been honored by many different names. The triple goddess too is revered in many forms. Your previous persona is about to change if you're willing. Oh my God, that is that is what I was feeling. That Nine of Pentacles is like this masculine's got everything but you, because they've got the Nine of Pentacles. They're not in the Ten of Pentacles yet. The Ten of Pentacles is 21 right now. They'll feel like they've completed the karmic cycle when they get you. Be courageous and accept the challenges, opportunities for travel and new friendships coming your way, as they will all help you mature and live authentically. And I feel this is, someone that has matured into their best self. If you live in harmony with who you really are, you will find life far easier to navigate. Instead of struggling, you'll have more time to discover hidden treasures. This card also indicates that numerology, the study of power and numbers, has special meaning for you right now. And then that was funny that I got drawn to 21. Right, so more amazingly, though, to me, that I'd sensed Egyptian energy, and then Egypt came out. Well, actually, it was because that Osiris card came out. So it's all interesting. Right, okay, so God, is that possible that would give me a headache? I'm getting a bit of a headache. Unless I'm picking up on someone else who's got a headache. It's quite funny because see, when I had the headache when I was filming those videos last week, it took me a few days, but I worked out it was actually the stuff that I've been putting on my face. Like, So like a peptide thing, which I'd never used any of that, right? Because maybe if I had used it sooner, I would be dealing with my wrinkles. But it's kind of like it's no fucking worth it, guys. That gave me the worst migraine in my life. I don't get migraines, like I said, unless I'm picking up on other people's, or if I'd been severely dehydrated or sunstroke, which I try not to get because that's horrendous. Uh, but when I googled it, right enough, there was tons of people saying the same thing. So it was, and if you're interested, it was, I think it's the make's called the Originals. I mean, this isn't a good advert for them, isn't it? But it's like, and they've got lots of different things. Um, but it was beginning with like, it was like the one that was like I don't know how you say it, but it was like Argiline or something. But yeah, no using that again. Like it's not worth it. I saw some people were like leaving reviews like, oh, I sometimes just use it if I've got a night out coming or something. I'm like, I'm not being funny. I've got a night out coming in a couple of days, but I'm not fucking putting that shit in my head. It would ruin your night. Do you know what I mean? God, you can't be in that. Like, anyway. So, um, just you never know who might have needed to hear that. Don't use that stuff. um, right. He's a 106. Energy focus, unification. Also, again, that's given union energy. Cairo, Egypt, lower world. Are you drawn to the? So again, I don't know. Like this is either going to tell us more. Oh, is that no Saint Michael? Though I did. Well, I always channel Arch Archangel Michael. I thought it said Mount Shasta, but look, it actually looks like somewhere in the UK. Wait a minute. I just want to actually quickly see where that is. France. Oh wait, way off. Well, it did look like I thought that looked like somewhere in the UK. So no, I think that is giving me a bit of a headache. I'm going to turn that up. No, see, as soon as I've turned it off, there is no air, so that's staying on. And it's not that warm now, but it's just because of the heat from the past couple of days. It's fucking roasting here. Right, what was I going to do there? Yeah, this could be the feminine's past, or this could be still talking about the masculine. Goodbye, Spice Girls is on. That's oh, that's nice. That's like what I said. That's connected to my friend in the spirit world. Um, and it's his anniversary soon. See, I mean, that's because I spoke about him the other night, and he's coming around. That's crazy. Um, are you drawn to the prospect of life eternal? Does the ink on this card speak to you? Now, notice that the fact that I said I wonder, whatever, the fact that I drew attention to the ink before that came out is important here. So maybe a lot of you watching feel very connected to the ink as well. This most ancient power symbol holds the code of the. Oh, wait a minute, yeah, because Osiris, and that said fertility, and then the Ankh. So again, the Ankh is about the masculine and the feminine. So this is there's definitely the birth of a union. I'm going to stick with that. Like this is like the start of this is a reconciliation. This is the start of communication. Or like I said, people that listen to this, you're already in it. Like you're or like I said, something's about to happen. And maybe this weekend because that came out. Look, maybe it's goodbye to your old life. The most ancient power symbol holds the code of the origins and the primordial deities and will open a doorway into the mysterious systems deep below the Giza plateau. An ancient hall is said to contain the records of the lost civilization of Atlantis. You're invited to delve beneath the surface to travel through time to the place where the mysteries of the universe await you, with the Ankh as your guardian. How much of your past have you cut off? Are the rifts of your life really beyond repair? Are you separating yourself from others, and why? Use your heart as your eyes, as it will lead you through the darkness. But you see that bit I just read does sound like the masculine is saying goodbye to an old life because they lost themselves and they were fragmented when they were staying stuck in the karmic cycle with whoever was happy to keep them stuck in a karmic cycle, and however many people, whether that be friends, family, lovers, ex-lovers, all this kind of stuff. For you're finally ready to decode the riddles of your life and reclaim the mastery of your spiritual self to become one in mind, body, and soul. And so, because that was fresh in my head when I was clipping the one from last night, I was channeling something similar. I think that was in the one because that took ages to sort of thingy it. But I was basically saying something similar right now, the masculine awakening, and then I pulled out enlightenment. So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of masculines are really raising in their consciousness and becoming too big for who's around them. Like, you know, it's like you're not in the same frequency. It's like what I've said before. When you've done a lot of work on yourself, and again, it's not that sounds like again that sounds a bit dickheadish, but what I mean is it's like it is just a thing. People can't relate to you when you like consciousness is not the same as intelligence. Like you can be really a highly evolved soul and an old soul, and you know what I mean. And it's just and other people aren't like they're not really into all of that, and they don't really get it. And then again, they might not even believe in a soul. You know what I mean, and all that. And it's that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Like this group of masculines are awakening to their past lives with the feminine, their past life gifts, understanding the different timelines and the past and the present and future all merging, which would describe why I'm reading a book that's past, present, future. And I don't feel you could talk like this around the people around you. I think you know they would think you're batshit crazy. When you gaze at the Sphinx, what are you really seeing? Over the millennia, the head has been eroded and does not appear now as it once did. History says the pyramids were built by thousands of enslaved humans, but is that really so? Even now, the technology involved in the construction of the pyramids cannot be replicated. Are we being deceived? Um, who really built them and why? Maybe you're fed up with the deception in your own life. Again, that exactly, yeah. So this is what I've already channeled. Like the masculine is fed up with some kind of deception around them, or only just seen through it, or fed up with how you've lied to yourself and sabotaged. Do you wish for a relationship built on truth and trust rather than a vague promises and fabrications? Again, Sagittarius is the quest for truth. It's time for you to stop taking everything at face value and become aware of what's happening around you. You don't need to accept blindly all that you're told. Look to uncover underlying reasons for motives, words, and gestures. For this is where the truth resides. This is the platform to build strong and honest relationships you seek. Sorry, my mind's racing with all the titles. Right, the upper worlds. This is a potential. The Egyptian goddess Isis and her consort Osiris. I mean, you know I'm geeking out on this. I mean, we need to put that there beside the horse card. This is just, there'll be shit for the thumbnail, but it'll be good for the title. The energy of the universe between them, embodying the mother and father, the sister and brother, the lovers of all that is. They present to you the sun in all its glory to give you the power to solidify what matters in this life. When you look at the fiery red of the sun, feel its passion and strength as you flourish in its rays of light. From the luminosity grows the everlasting love between Isis and Osiris. Theirs is a story of triumph over differences. So yeah, I'm again in a modern version of this. This is definitely going to be that someone was so lost in the darkness. Hello, Becca. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling a bit better today. So lost in the darkness and toxicity and addictions and you know whatever it's going to be of all of that, and they've been brought back to life by this connection and the feminine holding space, and now really proud of the place they've got to, and this is the moment before contact is made. So theirs is a story of triumph over differences, of coming together in union to fulfill the highest purpose of the divine will, to seed and birth creation. They invite you to recognize your strengths as well as your challenges, to uncover your divine feminine and divine masculine aspects, acknowledging your shadow self as well as your resplendent side. I've never heard that before. Will bring about the balance you've been seeking in order to become whole again. You can make me whole again. And yes, I'm Googling what that means. I don't know. It must mean something like angelic or light side or something. Resplendent. Resplendent means yes, shining brightly, very beautiful and impressive to look at. It describes a person, place, or thing that glows in rich colour and grand style. So yeah, it's like angelic kind of. But maybe that is what it is. Like the masculine could literally be glowing in some kind of angelic vibe. And if, you know, well, if people could see auras or feel them, they would see that about the masculine. So again, the feminine would actually see that about their masculine when they reunite. Or it's like people feel something different about the masculine, like because they're in this higher frequency. And again, remember, they might try to pull you down because they want to pull you to where they're at, and it's not where the masculine is at. And then I just looked at your magic love you on a post-it note and an advert. Uh, will bring about the balance you've been seeking in order to become whole again. Oh my God, what is this? Right, because I might forget to do this, let's just do it now. So it says, make a shrine by placing a candle. We ain't got time for all that shit. You can get a candle. I've got a candle over there, so that can be for all of us. Egyptian artifacts or the cards on the table. Right, light the candle we've got over there. And incense to bring your focus to the top of the card. No, well, nobody can look at it, so we're just going to... Well, actually, I could hold it up. Hang on. So, notice Isis and Osiris merging together, uniting compassion, strength, and bring that energy into your heart center. So, bring the energy of your own masculine and feminine energy, your own inner masculine and feminine energies into your heart space. And emanate that unconditional love, healing out to your twin flame. Like, send them love from your heart. Now look at the sun on the card. Here's the card. You don't need to do all that stuff, but just listen. So let your masculine and feminine qualities surface and be recognized equally. Then infuse this energy with that of the sun. Notice we've just went into Leo season, which is ruled by the sun. Breathe in as you feel the sacred union, then expand that whole energy out into your auric field that surrounds your body until the energy is fully integrated. So again, but I'm going to say that this is people that are emanating union. Like union, union is in your energy field, and that is why I'm feeling it. Like, are you already together? Because it feels like it to me for whoever I'm speaking it. It's like you're going to be soon. Um, so breathe in as you feel the sacred union, then expand that whole energy out into the auric field that surrounds your body until the energy is fully integrated. To heal a damaged relationship, perform the ceremony as above, focusing on yourself and the other person in place of Isis and Osiris. Pull through the other person's energies to you, build the balance between you, and when you're ready, unite with the sun power. So again, you might like to spend a wee bit more time doing that, but that'd be a bit boring for everyone. So, but we're just, Angels, Robbie Williams is on right after I said about the angelic frequency. Love it. But you know what I mean? Just whether you know who your twin flame is or not, whether you're confused about who it is or not, there's not going to be a lot of people around here. Just set the intention that you're like coming into equal measures and balance of the feminine and masculine, and that it's been shared out amongst you now. So whenever someone has had too much of something and too much of the other, it's balancing out. And that's why this is the story of a union. It's always the story of a union, but you heard what I'm saying. It's like it feels more real time, is what I'm feeling. Right, okay. Oh, I love it. Loving those cards. We'll get them out another time. But this is what I mean. Like, I think I'll be more. That's when I originally started this. I wanted to be more geeky about, because I've got so many cards, like going for cards that are to do with the sign. So, right. But as you can see, that takes forever. So we need to move on now. So the past life issues where people were stuck in the South Node is the masculine's been stuck in a karmic cycle, a lost soul, maybe being too easily influenced by others around them, or being lost to addictions, or whatever that all would be, to being allowing themselves to be controlled by other people. And the love that you have for each other has pulled this person out of the darkness. And we haven't seen too much about the feminine, but that's I usually always get more about the masculine energy. So the present energy, the North Node focus to get out of the comfort zone. So let's don't know actually. Let's use these. I'm editing stuff, so I'm going to be listening in the background. That's absolutely fine. Right, okay, so I think so, yes. So because we didn't really ask it, well, I suppose we did. That, you know, what would help this person get out the north? It's like, well, it's I think so, yes, because it's already happening. This masculine's already like, you know, whatever it is they've done on their healing journey, they're already out of it. So well done. And they know I'm absolutely in love with you. Like, of course, yes, I think so. I'm absolutely in love with you because you are carrying the goddess Isis frequency, and I am the goddess Iris. As in, you know, and can I just stress because some people are like really weird out there like that. It just means like what I say all the time. Some of my main guides are Goddess Isis and Osiris and Mary Magdalene Jesus because they're basically the same, very similar frequency, and Saint Germain and Violet Flame. And it's kind of like anyone can feel very, you know, guided by these energies or calling these energies because I always have to say like that because I have seen over the years like when someone just solely claims I am that person and reincarnated and it's like okay but you can feel very close to, you know what I mean, think before you act. Yeah, totally. This is like, right, so in case people didn't watch the one yesterday when I done the, you know, the quick all signs, and again, if you can let me know if you like that in the comments of that video, or even here, let me know because, like I said, it was quite funny at the end. Like I don't like doing those ones because I have to do it really quick, and I don't, you know, get to chat as much. There wasn't many people there anyway, but I don't know. It's but if you want me to do it, I'll do it every now and again. But I don't really. It feels a bit impersonal. I don't know. I just anyway. But people might like it because it's a bit quicker when I'm going through it. Basically this, it's like when I said about the John Bishop, you know, the comedy, you know, his program that I mentioned that I'll just quickly say it again if you didn't see that bit, that basically he's relaying how him and his wife met, and it's like he tells a wee story about, you know, he saw her in a library and he said, you know, I'm going to come back in 5 minutes, and when I come back you're going to go on a date with me, and you know, and she's like, yeah, you know, you were just so cocky. And you know what I mean? It was like, you know, and whatever. And then anyway, he didn't come back after 5 minutes. He came back after 45 minutes. And it was funny because it's like, you know, they're in their 60s now. I don't even know if they're that. I think they might be, but, or like just about there. And the, you know, the wife was like, you know, yeah, I was raging, you know, you were so cocky and then you didn't come back. And I just thought you'd stood me up and ghosted me. And then he was like, oh my God, how long have you been holding that in? You know what I mean? But then he's like, you know, I took longer to come back. And again, fucking hell, 45 minutes is a lot better than however long was going to be the, you know, decades or centuries or years or whatever. Months even for some people can't handle that. It's he's like, I was nervous. I was nervous and I knew that you were who I wanted. Like, you know, and like I had to have you and I didn't want to fuck it up. So that's why I took the time to come back. So think before you act. So I feel it's very like that. It's like this person has been taking the time and the energy to work on themselves. And also it could have just taken a long time because it could have been like, repeating the carpet cycle. Like again, especially with addictions. And again, loved ones in spirit were really helping this person because when my nose itches like that, it's the loved ones in spirit really coming around. So I hear you guys, but it's like that's making my nose go crazy. Like so whenever this person's got out of whatever it was they were stuck in, whether it was a bad influence around them or a few bad influences or controlling energy or a bad relationship or I think a bad relationship or a bad relationship with love because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everybody in the, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of Jessica on this, a little bit of you, like, you know what I mean? That was quite clever the way I told it. So you know, whatever it was, like to kind of get out of that energy, it's like this person's had to slow down. And then this maybe makes sense why I was saying this person's slowed right down. And look, say la vie just came on right now. Like, you know what I mean? Say la vie, it's like, and now they want to speed right up because they're ready. I'm just putting these cards here because I think we've got major thumbnail potentials. Yeah, nah. Look, yeah, nah's in the back. Like, so I think this person's like, yeah, you know, I fancy them. God, I think I'm even in love with them rather than I'm absolutely in love with them. But nah, I'm not ready to do about this shit. But that's in reverse. So that's the kind of vibe this person was in. Yeah, I do really like them, but I'm not gonna let them know that because I'm not ready. And now they're like, oh my God, I am absolutely in love with them. They've got to be mine. Now I'm sounding like Noah in the Notebook again. Like when I see something, I gotta have it. Right. What else? So that's the vibe that the masculine has to get into. But I would say the masculines are already in this. I think so, yes. I'm absolutely in love with you. And that is why I'm thinking before I act. Or that is what I've taken the time to do, and now I'm acting. Like this wee deck's got a lot of cool stuff in it. And I'm letting go of the past. Clear energy to allow more love in your life. Exactly. That is for the masculine to step into their own north node, follow their north star. And again, if you are a masculine, male or female, look at where your north node is, and that will give you a huge indication of your calling and everything. And if you want to go deeper into that, I can look at that in a session with you. But um, but for the North Node going in Aquarius, it's like what this is symbolizing is a cycle of letting go of whatever was holding the masculine back. So they're ready to just let go of the past. Or remember to get out of your comfort zone. That's what you need to do. And that's why the other card is endings and beginnings. And that's why all this stuff's coming through about leaving an old life behind. It reminds me of last night in one of the, I think it was in that long one, like not the Scorpio, but it might have been in the Scorpio one, but I think it was in the one with all the signs. Um, like someone's leaving the lower timeline behind. You know what I mean? Oh, hello Heather, how are you doing? Um, yeah, like you have to let go of the past. That's what to step into your future. That's what I meant. I should have said that. When I said that, I was like, I felt that was going to come out. Look, proposal, and that would go with that. I'm absolutely like that's how I was talking. Someone's like, there's no yeah or not. Like this is, I want to be with this person, and that is the way John Bishop was describing that about his wife. And again, it's, I mean, if you don't know him, he's a comedian and he's brilliant. He's Liverpool, isn't it? Yeah, Liverpool. Um, but and he actually, I think he really took off. I think he that was one of his, I don't quote me on that, but like, well, actually, he took off in Liverpool, but it was like he was quite a rising star in the Edinburgh Festival. Um, but it's like your romance is about to evolve and level up. Look, that's giving. I'm absolutely in love with you. Right, actually, let's just there. I think we know I'm going to probably want another one, but um, sorry I've missed you. I was in the hospital. Oh, that, yeah, I was wondering how you were doing. No, well, that can't be helped. No, I'm glad if you're on the mend now. But I've not really been I've not been live that much. Like I just done it yesterday. Yeah, and I think you maybe, I can't remember. I don't think I've done that many. Right. And then on the back, we've got Forever Young, a song of youthful playfulness. Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. Love it. I'll usually pick up on the proposals in Aquarius, but maybe it's because the North Node is going into Aquarius, and it's because Aquarius is surprise, so that's why I always piece together. I must pick up on that in Aquarius because it's about a surprise. But right, okay. So for the masculine to step out their comfort zone and leave the past behind, it's like they're stepping into like being serious about commitment, which again is very in line with Juno conjunct Pluto, the asteroid. Juno being of commitment, Pluto being of, well, everything, total destruction, exposing the truth. Like it's like someone could have really had to sit with what is it I really want, like and could I deal with losing this person, like the death of this connection? And they're like, no, I absolutely could not. They're mine. Um, and that's very Scorpio the way I said that. Right. Um, so that was the North Node focus for the masculine. So because we know they actually got a lot from the feminine. So um, what deck will I use? My favorite one. I just want to use this deck for all of it. Right, let's use this, right? So I didn't really ask too much about the for some reason I am being drawn to this one. Right, if the feminine was stuck in the past, and I do feel it's going to be like you're through this because of what I'm saying about it being very present and both people being in the right frequency for a union. Um, criticizing and it's in reverse. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. So in the past, um, something that could have been keeping you in a stuck pattern is if you were either to yourself focusing on all the stuff that this person does wrong rather than what they do right. Now, granted, what I'm really sensible feeling and just knowing from being on this journey is you might not have anything good to go on if this person's been out your life and then whenever you've connected, it's not been on good terms. But I feel there is something about like I think it's more just like within yourself you've worked through not looking for the whole. So it's like like um the problem. It's like when I and the one from one of the ones I done yesterday when I was watching it back today, like it seemed like the masculine was looking for its flaw finding. It's very like that actually, like because that's self sabotage. Whether you're a feminine or a masculine, you're looking for the reasons. All like, yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. Like, oh god, yeah, I knew that it was like they're fucking love bombing. Yeah, actually, yeah, that could be a worry actually, because this masculine, whether that's happening, soon into it or further down. I feel it's further down the line though, because of what I was saying about it feels like I'm sensing stuff that's happening now. That it's like the person's got plans for the future. It's like um it's good that the feminine has worked through looking for something to be critical of because you could feel like someone was love bombing you rather than it being genuine. Yeah, like masculine energy. That just leapt out, by the way. So wait a minute. Let's get something about it though. Past energy, because I was at what could keep you stuck in the past about the masculine energy. I mean, it might just be that. Like, don't be criticizing the masculine, be supporting them and empowering them. Because the masculines will have already been around lots of people that are critical of them. And again, if there could be things about critical male energy, like critical dads or something, because like especially with Saturn about to go retrograde in Aries, and that Aries is masculine energy too, because it's basically if you're being too hard on yourself, you're being too hard on someone. It could be because that's happened to you. Friends. I think, right, if you were staying in the past, if you're staying stuck in the past, who this person isn't anymore, because remember, they're leaving their past behind, you could have been focused on the fuckers that keep the masculine stuck. And oh my God, that makes 100% sense of what I've already channeled, because especially if there's something about addictions, because I keep channeling this card the same, but it's because it's like, oh, come on, just come out and get drunk and stop talking about that person you're in love with. It in this case that you want to marry and that you see a future with. Just grab the wine, grab the guitar, and let's party. It's just keeping the masculine in their lowest possible potential, keeping them stuck. And but the message for the feminine is don't ruminate on that. If that is the story, that yeah, there's been a bad influence or a few around this masculine, let it go. They're not in that now. And I think you have, because you're in alignment. Right, okay. So I'm going to stick to these for what does the feminine need to know about stepping into their north node. And the same thing, if you don't know where your north node is, check, or I can in a session. No more freeze a crowd in the future, baby. Totally. Well, we'd fucking well hope so if that's on the cards. But it's kind of like, yeah, freeze a crowd no more. And I love it that this card keeps coming out reversed. So to step into the future, don't focus on third party interference of the romantic kind or of any kind, because it's not going to be an issue. Because this is a divine masculine energy that will put a stop to it. that'll put boundaries up with anyone that's trying to attack the goddess Isis Osiris type union, because it's true love. Yet the injustice will be put to bed. Look, freeze a crowd, but this has also got legal matters and decisions and justice. So yeah, but I feel it's like the injustice has been lifted. So that's what to focus on. In the future, Divine Feminine, there's no third parties and there's no injustice. And is that, whoa, my love? It is. Unchained Melodies just came on. Ice Queen, don't back down. So there is something with that though. In the future, right? That's totally given that, isn't it? Right? Because sometimes with Ice Queen, don't back down, I think, oh, that's a feminine that the masculine scared they're going to be having their guard up. I mean, it could be that, but I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling with that combo, that's like either like an angry female energy, like a family member or like an ex or something. Look, freeze a crowd in the verse, the injustice, and it could even be legal, you know, and somebody that's not happy, like a jealous female. So you know, jealous is more than likely going to indicate some kind of romantic connection past, or and it's past because of what I'd said at the start. Um, but again, I did say that for a slight few, I mean, it could be that someone's just completely activated to the fact that I'm not meant to be here anymore and I know where I'm meant to be. So then that would explain why that woman looks really angry. Do you know what I mean? So again, there's maybe a little bit coming through there about somebody's really not happy that they're not in the picture. But I mean, that could be somebody that's really not been happy for a long time. They're not in the picture, so we'll see how it develops. Trends, yeah. Look, that's interesting, isn't it? That's come out there as a something that you've been bothered about in the past, and then it's still coming up about what's upcoming. So I wonder if this is maybe like a group of men where it's like you've been like maybe they're still friends with an ex or something, or I need something more on that. Lesson learned. Yeah, it's like in the future, right? Like step out your comfort zone and trust that not all the people around the masculine are like that. Like there are some genuine, like friendly support that have helped them to get to where they're at and supported them and found it inspiring to see them stepping out of a stuck place. But with a lesson learned in the verse and teacher, just remember that it's like I think it's just a wee warning that in the, you know, to be this, you know, to use your discernment, but don't sort of feel that everyone around the masculine is like that. Release it, yeah, let go, release, don't look back. I don't know, I kind of get the vibe, but I think there's something, there's definitely, whoever's going to resonate with this, it'll just make sense, but there's something about, like, you know, letting go of the past, release it. And I think it's maybe something like, you know, it's people that are still going to be around the masculine that that it's like you're being encouraged to give a chance to, like to not see them as like the enemy or something, but still keep your wits about you. I don't know, something like that. Right, okay, so this is what I mean. You see how it's like there's guidance already coming through for when you're in a reunion. That's why it feels like it's quite a strong message in that way. Right, subconsciously. Um, right, let's go with this deck then. Right, so the feminine has in the subconscious, this is not all in your imagination, it's real. So it's quite funny because I was like, oh, these are like always coming from a masculine, but that, so like subconsciously, like your masculine could be like transmitting that energy of this is not all in your imagination, it's real. So if you are getting messages about the future, about seeing yourself like, you know, in a union or even married to this person, or like, you know, like holidays, because Sagittarius, it's not, you're not imagining it. It's because, oh, thank you, Heather. Are you okay to get the message at the end, Heather? I can do it during. It's like, you know, that's real. It's, you're not imagining it, it's real. Love it. Okay. Subconsciously for the masculine. There's a lot of shitty cards in this deck. You see deeply into me and it scares the hell out of me. But rather than, and I want to run like, fuck, this person's like, I want to dive in deeper. Are we still in the Scorpio one? No, it's because Pluto's conjunct Juno, though. Yeah, but seriously, this person's like, you see deeply into me. And now that I've healed and I've cleared my energy of whatever was distorting how I saw you, I want more. Like, so that's quite funny that we have channeled it. But remember, it's subconsciously. So it's like, it's in somebody's, like, it's bubbling up to the surface in their awareness. So maybe this is even somebody daydreaming about moments you've had in the past, and like when it's like, oh my god, this, like, I'm feeling myself falling for this person, or if I spend any more time around this person, I'm going to fall in love with them. But now this person's like, I hope I get the opportunity to have moments like that again. Like, now I'm ready. I don't know why, but I've always based my self-worth on what you think of me. So this could have been a huge block for this person as well. But now it's not, because they're feeling like the Nine of Pentacles, they got their shit together and they're like, yeah, I'm going in to get my Ten of Pentacles and I'm going to leave a legacy with my twin flame. Boom, drop the mic. Was the yes to okay getting it at the end, Heather? Just so that I can stay in the flow. If not, if you need to go at any point, why is it not letting me like it? What the fuck? I'm trying to like your. Just know that I am trying to like this and it's not letting me. But thank you for that. Right. Right. The conscious mind. What will we use? I think we'll go with the. No, wait a minute. Where is the wee deck? Oh my god. Oh, it's there. Keep putting the phone on it. Right. Oh, it's kind of stuck. Oh my god. Don't. When it done that before. Remember, I hid you by accident. Oh no, it's letting me do something now. It was freezing. Oh, fuck's sake. Can I refresh it? It's just Mercury retrograde problems. It's like freezing. I'm not going to stop fucking about with that. I'm not going to be able to see chat. I'm actually really hungry. I had quite a big tea. Me after this. Right, okay. So what have we got? For the conscious mind of the feminine, make it a good day, make it a Two of Cups day or a Lovers. We'll take any others as well, though. Any of the positive ones. Tell us the truth, though. Where in the conscious mind, where in the conscious mind is the feminine? That sounds quite funny. Where in the bejesus is the feminine at? Tell us what is consciously going on with the feminine right now, because I'm picking up on a collective where this could potentially happen to you very soon. Like some people this weekend. Yes, it's Tyrone. What, you think Tyrone's messing with Tyrone? Could you cut that out then? Fuck's sake. Where is the feminine right now? His adopted son's dad passed away this week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's terrible. Sending love to the family and the son. Right, so Divine Feminine celebrating. She's got the glasses chinking with her pals. This card to me often when we're asking about a masculine is like a third party card, because I mean, like, you know, it can be like people a lot of the time with the Three Cups can instantly be like, oh, third party, but we already saw it. Three's not a crowd. Like, there's no third party, and I mean, it's about celebration as well. So I feel whoever you are, you're in a place of celebration. Like, you're feeling reasonably quite happy and uplifted and positive and optimistic, and you might not even really have a reason why. You might be like, I don't know why I feel so fucking happy because I've really got a lot to be happy about. But it's like you know, we saw that at the start. The way I described the Four of Cups, it's like you don't feel like you've missed an opportunity. You feel like it's still coming. And you know, you might even feel like it's quite soon. And you're not wrong. Celebration, friendship, creativity, collaboration. Yeah, so you could be spending time with friends, celebrating. You could have a birthday. You know, you could just be in a celebratory feeling because you feel this masculine absolutely in love with you, wanting to, well, in this case, spend the rest of their life with you. You know what I mean? But it could just be you're hanging out with your pal. I mean, I'm actually seeing my best friend this weekend. You know what I mean? And it's like I've been counting down the fucking days because this year's been horrible so far. And like, you know, it's a fun thing we're away to do that I'll come and tell you when I come back. But yeah, but like I said, I think I better not drink at all or a lot because I'm getting the train in the morning back. So yeah, the feminine's in you know, fun energy. So let's see where the masculine's at. Come on, two cups. Come on, two cups, or the lovers. That is so fascinating to me because is this a warning? Because of the energies and the overexcited. I think this is weird. This might be a warning though, right? I've pulled the Knight of Wands. If you know, you know. The Knight of Wands card, a lot of people will instantly be like, player. But it's actually slightly worse than that because it's in reverse. Well, it depends, right? We can either read it like a player's fallen in love, the player days are over because they're absolutely in love with you and set on marriage. But it's kind of like this could also be like somebody's a big player, you know, because it's like it actually got scattered energy, and that's actually crazy because that's Osiris. Like he's chopped up into little pieces, and Goddess Isis puts pieces them back together, you know. Which again, like I was saying, the modern way I feel is well, it's symbolic of soul retrieval, which is everything that I do on here, you know, in personal sessions and even on here, like people have said that they felt their energy coming back, you know, like they felt like shit and then they felt like, oh, I felt quite powered up by that. Um so I think there might just be a little bit of a warning because it's right now energy. The Mercury retrograde could, you know, because this person's feeling the forward motion, it could just be making you a bit scattered and um there's something wait a minute like there's something about that card with friendly support. I think it's because you're coming to the end of a karmic cycle and you could still have bad influences around you that could sabotage you. So let's just see what that's about. Conflict. Holy fuck. I need to change the thumbnail again. Twin flame journey. What? Wow. And happily ever after. Like, I totally get that. Look, this masculine's like, I'm absolutely in love with you. I've got big plans. Like, I just need to find out if you're absolutely in love with me. Like, and it's like, or if you're still absolutely in love with me. But you could have the potential to be a bit scattered right now, and people could take advantage of it. And you're at a very pivotal point on your twin flame journey where you're very close to your happily ever after. You're very close to your 10 of Pentacles, your 10 of Cups with your divine feminine. So don't fuck it up at the last hurdle. It's like a lot of people do, you know, like you were about to get everything you wanted and you fucked it up. And so the message is don't, because look, I want to kiss you. You know that's going on the thumbnail. I love that card. You're the peanut butter to my jelly. This person's really in love. This is kind of sickening in love. We're here for it. Yeah, look. Incoming messages, but why is it reversed? Yeah, this is get like I'm getting all like that. This is totally giving the energy of, oh hey, come out, come and get drunk. That's where I was expecting that card to come out with the guy with the guitar. I've not left that sitting there ever. No. Look, it's like the masculine's ready to speak. They want to go towards you, and someone's like, "Hey, mate, you want to come down the pub?" I don't know why I tried to say mate, and like my accent went like I don't know. I don't know what even accent that was. Some type of English, but it's like a distraction. So there's a warning. We'll shuffle again and see if that new doors are opening, new home. Yeah, look, it's like, oh, is that her sticking out there too? Look at that. That is what I was feeling with that. It's like somebody goes out, gets drunk, and gets into a bit of bother. Look, because passion, desire, fantasy. That woman is sometimes to me, it's the masculine that fantasizes about a feminine, but sometimes it's like the woman in the red dress from the Matrix, a distraction. So it's like don't be distracted at the last hurdle kind of vibes. Right. Is there anything else that the masculines like that we need to know about where the masculines consciously at? I'll get the hot man cards. Magician in reverse, manipulation, lost, disconnected, and stunted. Hmm. Fragmented energy and lost. And then I was talking about that film Soul, and it's about lost souls. Could it be that because I said this, that I'm feeling this is energy like, next month or a couple of months down, like it's past, present, future. It could be that some masculines right now, you're going to be in this a month from now or something like that. And you're feeling a bit lost and now, and you could be easily influenced. And it's about focus. Or there could be manipulation around you because that's there too. Or it's that like you're feeling really good, but you've got a choice, and you could I don't know. So you'll know if this is you. Yeah, recovery, regeneration, resistant, and inevitable end. The Ten of Swords. Like it could be like someone's still got a bit of a fear of stepping into a new life, which is understandable because we've had fertility and endings on that horse card, and that I know that horse card's going to blow our mind at the end because it's going to tie it all together. Um, someone's delaying a bit of an ending right now, but it could be that other people are trying to slow it down and delay it for them as well. But before I get overexcited and put these cards away, I really need to. Hmm, I can't do that because I can't get all the words in. Right. Absolutely in love with you. I want to kiss you. That's funny. You're the peanut butter to my jelly. Nah. Well, I put happily ever after, or you're the peanut butter to my jelly. Someone's caught the major fields anyway. As his ex-wife, you're spot on. Of course, you would get that. The hot man cards. You told me the other week when we spoke. I don't know what bit, but right. Let's see. And that is, yeah, I do always reach for them when he's about. Yeah, you can't see the proposal, but you can kind of make out it's because that one needs to go because that one does need to go in the thumbnail. Right, okay, let's see. I want to see what ties up with what's coming through because it might give us a bit more clarity on why. Because that's weird that that energy is so stuck when it was feeling really positive, but like I said, it's either a warning or it's that the masculines I'm talking to are in this stuck lost energy now, and then it's like that wee film I was watching today. It's a case of like then your soul jumps into your body and you're like, oh my god, I'm alive, I'm awake, I'm alive. I've got to go get my feminine. I'm like Osiris, just come back to life. I need my Isis. Right. So what have we got? Love it. Yes, that would make sense. I'm afraid of commitment in reverse. I'm a fuck afraid of commitment. Or it might be like what I've said before. This person might be afraid of commitment, but when it comes to commitment with you, they're like all in. Because that's what takes away. This is what I said. Like this, is what takes away the fear of commitment when you find the right person. You should be fucking afraid of it with other people until you find the right person. Let's relax. I don't want you to leave me alone. What I do need is time and less pressure. Can we relax and just enjoy this moment together? So that's kind of given a vibe of, yeah, like this person could be freaking out a little bit. They're absolutely in love. They're thinking about the future. They're wanting you to be in it. And if you're just getting to know each other again or becoming friends, they could be like, I want this all right now, but I can't let them know I want this all right now because I might freak them out. And you know what I mean? So it's like, so it's, I'm still healing. You're worth more than a light on. Yeah, yeah, that would make sense. So that's what it is. Right now, some of the people I'm speaking to, you're still healing. And that's maybe the tripping over the words. But again, like I say all the time, a union doesn't happen when you're both perfect people. It's when you've healed, you've been working on yourself and you've done enough of it. And now the next part of the healing is you need to resolve the conflict and move forward together. You know what I mean? It's common sense. When I pull away from you, I'm afraid of being hurt. It's nothing you're doing wrong. Please don't take it personally. You're doing everything right. You're worth more than a light on. But it's exactly, this is so interesting. It's exactly like, look, if we're sticking with the storyline here, someone feels that strongly about you, like they want to marry you, right? So whether it's like this person's planned this or they've just having visions, which might be completely different to what their visions were before. Um, it's like that's all a bit much and it's a bit overwhelming. And then there'll be another group of masculines that are not feeling that way at all, and they're very sure they're absolutely loving you, and it's and can we just tap into that collective? We're allowed to. I need to tell you the truth. There's something I need to tell you the truth about. And I think it's got something to do with letting go of the past before they can get into this excitement. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to our future. Well, look, and that would make sense if someone was doing that. I just need to let go of the, I just need to let the past go first. Please wait for me. And again, this is what I'm meaning. What does that mean? Besides, I need to tell you the truth. Like for some people, this could be, I need to tell you the truth. I just split up with somebody yesterday. Like, do you know what I mean? But I'm single now. Like, do you know what I mean? And, you know, I obviously need to have a bit of a breather. Or like, you know, I split up with someone 6 months ago and I didn't want to get in touch right away. It's going to be different for lots of different people, but there's something, you know, that they need to tell you the truth about. And it's going to be, you know, totally different for different people, right? So we need to move on now. So that in August something would happen. All right. Again, Heather, you know what it's like. I have no idea what I say because it's not me. Same talking through me. Um, right. So, um, what karmic lessons are they learning and what needs to be released? So, what karmic lessons are the feminines going through right now, or something that you've released? It's about to pay off. A karmic lesson you're going through right now is like, I feel if you resonate with this, you could have a tendency to feel like it's never about to pay off because it's in reverse. Like all my hard work for what? Like where's the reward for it? Like I just feel like I'm working, and I'm never reaching my goals. So that's a karmic cycle that you're in or that you've let go of. Happily ever after, yeah. Like when am I going to get that? Like it's about to pay off in reverse, happily ever after. So again, there's this vibe coming through of you need to get in the frequency. See what I mean? Why it's crazy. The energy's dipped. So again, this is what I have to just. I'm just passing on the message, right? That at some point this is all going to be very happily ever after. You know, if that's literal, there's like a proposal, and there's like it's all very happy energy, but either both people could be feeling a bit stuck right now, or someone's feeling a bit stuck and it's dragging their person down. But this is all kind of it. It's like someone's like, you know, yeah, when's that about? When is that all about to happen? Okay. What about the masculine? So what you could do about that, what you need to release is focusing on the lack and start focusing on being grateful for what you do have and visualizing the happily ever after moment. Happily ever after moment. That sounds like I'm quoting the After films. Um, my ex-husband's father's on light. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my God, Heather, there's a lot of What shitty stuff happening around you? Or is that what you're saying that? No, wait a minute. It's not August yet. Right. Masculine, karmic lessons you're learning or what needs to be released, or you might have already released. Lies and deception and secrecy. So the karmic lesson, the masculine. Oh my god, isn't that interesting? I need to tell you the truth. So I'm ready to take my mask off. Look, the masculine's lesson is I'm ready to stop being so secretive and like not showing you who I really am and hiding back my truth of how I feel about you, because the truth is I'm absolutely in love with you. I have nightmares about somebody else getting down on bended knee and asking you to marry them. I can't have that happen. So that's why I'm taking my mask off. That was some strong fighting talk, whoever's coming through there. I need space, I'm overwhelmed, boundaries, retreat. So again, this is I've I've not had this deck very long, right? But at first I was like, this is a masculine needing space, because I kind of do feel this masculine does need a bit of space, or they've needed it. I feel the masculine's feeling you're needing the space for some reason. I need space, overwhelmed, boundaries, because because there's a woman sitting on the grass there, and it's like I think this masculine's trying to gauge if it's the right time. Like, yeah, look, so many questions. Where do I stand? So it's like this masculine's going to reach the point where, yeah, they feel a bit lost, but they're sure about how they feel about you, and so they get pulled to you. Still falling for you because they're falling for you, and they want a reconciliation. Wow, I'm here for this very happily ever after message. You are somebody's happily ever after, and they're falling for you. Love it. Right. Shadow work. Let's go for my shadow tarot deck. Right. Okay. So for the feminine, what shadow work would be good for you to focus on, or what have you already focused on? Or what's something to focus on when Saturn goes retrograde in a few days? Because we'll all need to go turn inwards a little bit and reassess boundaries with people and work stuff. The, the question is about the shadow. What did I pull out? The shadow. Jacob wrestles with God. My God. So that's got to be the devil card in this. Have I got a wee? Oh yeah, there is. Thank God there's a wee, because they're called different things. So. Right. But I did pull it in reverse. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've just checked that that is actually the. I'm assuming it is. Unless it's like an extra card that they've put in. I'm just checking. I think it might be an extra card actually. Let's see no, no, no. It's not the devil. Oh yeah, I think I maybe. So I think that is an extra card in this deck. So the shadow card represents the inner conflict between one's higher self and unresolved inner wounds and hidden aspects of personality. It echoes the biblical narrative of the struggle for identity, transformation, and divine blessing. This card's a powerful symbol of personal growth, humility, and reconciliation with the self. Oh my God, when I just showed reconciliation. So, that's what the feminine's shadow work has been, to reconcile with yourself, which is union. When you reconcile your own feminine and masculine energy, soon after, and not that soon after, again, that annoys me when people say it like that. Oh, just come into balance with your masculine and feminine, and oh, just like that, your union's it. No, it's not like that. You've got the balance is a very fine balance. You've got to keep paying attention to it and being humble and releasing and all that stuff. But it's a dedicated symbol for personal reflection and confrontation. It serves as a tool for acknowledging uncomfortable truths about ourselves, giving structure in moments of internal conflict. But can you see, because the feminine has done that in the shadows, right? You've done that deep inner work. That's why the masculine's taking their mask off, because you are a team. You're the same energy. The guard bridges the gap between the spiritual growth of psychological healing, allowing deeper exploration for unresolved inner tensions. So, in reverse, oh, wait a minute though. Right, so because we've pulled, I'll read it up right too, but because we've pulled it in reverse, to be fair about this, there's still some shadow work that some of the divine feminine you may resonate with if you're being honest with yourself in this Saturn retrograde. So from now until like the 11th of December, I think it is when it goes direct, just look out for avoidance of self reflection on something, resistance to personal transformation, internal conflicts left unresolved, feelings of spiritual stagnation, struggle with accepting difficult truths. And I'm wondering, because the masculine's got some kind of truth about secrets and deception, that could be directly related to something that you're maybe avoiding to look at when you're actually in the union. So, say, like, that would make sense if the feminine doesn't want to rock the boat or like upset the masculine. Just make sure you don't like avoid doing deep shadow work that you still need to do. It doesn't stop just because you're in union. It's not like the same. It's not like as ongoing when you're not with the person. But you do. We're human beings on a journey. We're with a soul, like that film. You do both need to still be looking at your own shit and like making sure you're being a decent human being to each other and others. You know what I mean? But anyway, upright, transformation through struggle, revelation of hidden truths, integration of shadow aspects, a spiritual encounter with the divine, growth through facing inner conflicts. Interesting. Okay, so what have we got for the masculine, and how amazing would that be if the same one came out? That happens sometimes. I had my daughter with my ex-husband when I barely turned 15. Well, yeah, I think you maybe told me that when we were talking, which must have been very challenging. Um, I mean, God's sake, Heather. I'm like, I think God, I think how different that is for me. I honestly think that's when I first kissed somebody. I was, I was, I was terrified, like honestly, and I don't know why, because I'm a shithole kisser. I'm not going to be modest about that. I've said that before. That me and my twin flame used to have arguments about that. I was like, no, I'm the good kisser, and he's like, no, I'm the good. No, it's me. No, it's me. And we wouldn't ever settle on it. I was like, no, it's me. Maybe it was just us together. No. But yeah, it's quite funny. I've had that kind of, banter with like friends over the years too. It's like when you've met some friends and it's like they're pure losing their virginity at like, whatever, 13 or something. It's like, I was still probably playing with my Barbies or something, you know what I mean? The different generations, and sometimes it's not just different generations and it's just the different things that can happen to us all. But no, that must have been very difficult. You would have had to grow up very, very quickly. I think I remember talking about this. Right. What have we got for the masculine shadow work? If you still need to do something in that, well, you will need to do something in that Saturn retrograde in particular, or this could be something you've already worked through. Oh, that's the Five of Pentacles or the Five of Cups, but I think it's the five. Is it the Five of Swords actually? Like, we're gonna have to check. When they call them things like feathers and stuff, how am I better remember? Um, yeah, so it is. So there's some kind of conflict around the masculine because that's the Five of Swords. Conflict or tension with others, defeat or loss in a struggle, accepting emotional or mental defeat, learning from conflict and setbacks, letting go of ego battles. Right, I do feel this. Right, this is what I said. I know I keep repeating myself, but I did say it. Like I feel what we're getting in now is I feel this is when people are in a union. Like that's the masculines like the masculines already went through a lot of those lessons before they get into union of thinking they've won and actually, further down the line you realize you didn't win. Like your ego won and then you lost what you actually wanted. So I think that's the shadow work that the masculine's going to go through in union. If you're a masculine that's resonate with this, is um, learning to let your ego take a back seat. And especially because, like I said, when it comes to twin flames, I've been talking about this a lot recently, but I talk about it all the time. It's like if you've got a lot of really intense like oppositions in your chart and conjunctions and stuff, like you've already got that push pull that creates that tension and that kind of Well, you know, if you think about it, it's like, you know, it's I don't know. I know what they're trying to say, but it's hard to describe it. It's like, you know, it can be kind of hot when you're kind of like, you know, there's a bit of like, you know, disagreement going on, but then it's like it can then be taken too far. And I think that's the warning here is don't take it too far. Like, you know, so like allow yourself to lose some battles. Like, what's that saying again? You may have won the war and lost the battle. I always get that mixed up, but you know what I'm saying? And then we've got, look, Joseph in charge of Egypt again. King of Grains, King of Pentacles. Like, yeah, like learn to be the King of Pentacles, like a strong masculine energy, not like petty playing mind games, which is like Five of Swords, or self sabotaging, like fucking a good thing up over what? Like falling into a karmic cycle where maybe you've done that with people in the past. Something of that variation. When I got sick the day we had a session, the following day I saw my ex. Oh God, fucking hell! So you've been going through a lot. Um, I hope it was an amicable meeting. Um, right, what would help with inner union right now? What would help me right now is I need some food. I really am feeling pretty hungry. Right, what would help with inner union? Oh, look on the bottom of the deck, it's a guy walking away. The need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing a big life change, a change priorities, leaving home. Oh, you see, that fits with some of the stuff I've brought through in this. There's a big ending going on for a new beginning. And again, some of it could be going on, you know, the ending could be happening now for the new beginning further down the line. Um, Hello, Michelle, how are you doing? Oh, you saw him in a dream. Right, interesting. Oh, so maybe that was your, you know, subconscious, or like, you know, like I said, your soul working out some past trauma there. Because especially if that's like right after our session and you're integrating the energy, that can, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can let me know the next time we talk. What? But, right, okay. So especially because Neptune had just went retrograde around then, I think. Right, what have we got for inner union for the feminine? The Chariot. Ah, Cancer energy, and we're in the Mercury direct in Cancer. Rewards that come from hard work. That's came through in this. Successfully balancing many priorities at once, determination, willpower, public recognition. Ah, so you see, look, that makes sense. You've done a lot of work on your inner union feminine, and at some point, not too far away, for some people, it's really soon, it's going to show. Like all your inner work is going to show. And what is going to show from the inner work and the inner union is your outer union. You're going to actually be with this person. And it's not going to be like an imaginary boyfriend or girlfriend that you talk about that people are like, is she ever going to give this up? Like, you know what I mean? This guy's not coming. Like, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. It's like it's going to manifest, and people are going to be like, ah, you know what I mean? I always believed in it. You know what I mean? The people that never, I always believed it would happen. Yeah, the Chariot. So, and then I want to get that other deck for that. Let's see if the Dirty Dancing card comes out. Heartbreak on the bottom though. So you went through a lot of heartbreak and released it, and now you're getting what you deserve. Because you said, fuck this. You were like, I'm not going to stay in heartbreak. I'm going to start bringing my own energy into balance. I'm going to bring my own fun. I'm going to love myself. And I know it's going to attract everything that is meant to be mine. Because the person that feels that way about me will come in fast as fuck when I start walking and when I mean it. You can't manipulate and not mean it. You got to mean it. You've got to really be like, right, well, you know what I mean? I accept it. What comes next? And it's like me, I come next. Right, now let's see what right. What's what does masculine, so basically um so with that Eight of Cups as well, that's what I always say, the fuck this card. That is also walking on for a spiritual quest. And oh my god, I just realised something. If that Eight of Cups was for the masculine before I started shuffling, which I very much felt it was, you've both got the same card. You've both got the Eight of Cups. Feminine, you've said fuck this and you're walking on from, it feels like actually like being stuck and stagnant and wondering, when is this union going to happen? Like, is this person ever going to talk to me again? Never mind a union or a proposal like this guy's planning. It's like, am I ever going to see them again? Like, and because you decided to not stay stuck and you've kept moving, whatever that means in your life, but kept moving, I might add, without moving on to someone else. Notice, I'm never going to be someone that's like, you're moving on to someone else, unless I transition to more collective work where I'm not talking about twin flames. And then, yeah, those will be like that. But that we're talking about twin flames right now. It's like you've had the strength to know how you feel, but not stay stagnant, stuck, make plans for your life that, you know, however that looks to you. And this person's feeling it. And now they're also got the 8 cups and they're like, fuck this. And they're moving on from where they were stuck and stagnant. But that's when you stay obsessive and only focused on them and everything's revolving around them turning up or them turning up with the big gestures and stuff. That's when they won't, because they're gonna say, they're just gonna stay selfish and focus on them basically, because you're focused on it. So you've got to focus on yourself and fuck this, and you know what I mean? And then the energy shifts and then they'll pour the energy into them and do what's right for them. So I made it sound really easy, but um sounds like me. I've worked on myself. Glad to hear it. Yes. Yes, I've gone through a lot of heartbreak with him, and this past Thanksgiving, I was finally able to let go of him. Well, good for you. Right, the masculine for inner union. Scholarly, cheerful, dependable, mischievous, time to get to work. Yes, it is. It's time to get to work. And the work that it's time to get is to be vulnerable, is to speak their truth, is to do the scary thing. An excellent opportunity presents itself. Are you going to take it? Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. There's the 9 of Pentacles that we started off with. A new area of study. And again, I feel the new area of study is embracing their own soul. Like, if you think about what I started talking about at the start and all throughout this. What's this? Seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future, the need for patience, a time for rest and plan for the future, unnecessary worry. So obviously we've already saw that this person's got big plans, they're in love with you and they're, you know, working on themselves. But because that came out in reverse, it's like that person's done investing in whatever it was they were up until this point. Yeah, and it could have been, you know, this person could have had a bit of a greedy side, because that's the King of Pentacles in reverse. So if this person was like obsessed with money and materialism and people like that, like that's the thing that's dying in them. That's what they're walking on from. They want more. It's like their soul is evolving. Going back to school. Yes, exactly. That's you going back to school. Right. What else for inner union from this deck for masculine? 10 of Cups. There it is. So remember, I've been saying all throughout this, all the masculine feels the need for the 10 of Pentacles is you. And then they'll have the 10 of Cups, and there's the 10 of Cups. They'll have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. And that is, I've put the card back now, but that is happily ever after. That is like your dream come true. It's not just like, I mean, it can be about having a family with someone too, but it's like, it's whatever your dream is, like it all coming true. That's what the masculine can do for inner union. What is your dream? What makes you happy? I mean, it might even simply be right now, if this person's feeling a bit like spending time with family that you trust. Or it is, who feels like family? Who feels like you're happily ever after? Go to them. Rather than spying. What's the spying card? Spying and being sad and depressed. For real, that's what these cards mean. Like, go towards your happily ever after. And this could also, do you know what's quite funny? For inner units, like, this could also be like oh my god, that is hilarious. Natalie Bruglia Torn just came on, and it's number 21. 21's the world's coming full circle. It's time for this to end already. That's why that horse card, if I remember to read it, is called Fertility and Endings. This could also be someone's family is sick of you watching from afar and being sad and depressed, and they're like, fucking do something about it. I bet you know everyone's family saying that, but that could be a thing too. Right. So What are some possible soul retrievals that people need? Let's use these stone cards. I'm going to do 3 of these, so this can just be something that you might need help with in a session. The Holy Mountains, of course it says that. Soul calling. I'm going to have to put something about the soul in this. Soul calling, sacred journey, pilgrimage. What is the 9th house Sagittarius energy about? That's right. Sacred journeys, pilgrimage, everything to do with literal journeys or spiritual journey, shamanic journey. And this is really reminding me of, for Aries in that all signs yesterday, the masculine and the feminine both got 9th house, like the feminine got Sagittarius and the masculine got 9th house, same energy on the same page. This is very similar to this reading actually. So that makes sense that this is for Sagittarius anyway. If you know what I mean, that's interesting. So you might want to watch the Aries for yesterday. But yeah, so someone needs support with their soul's calling. That is what I help you with in sessions. But also it fits with the whole message. Second one, the road is clear. You know what to do. Walk it your way. Oh my God, love it. You know what to do. Walk it your way. That's exactly what I just channeled. That's why I feel I said it like I do feel that's going to be relevant for some masculines where your family aren't the people that don't want you to go towards the feminine. Some people's family might be like, oh my God, you already know what to do. You keep going on about this person. Go and tell them. Stop telling us. Bit harsh, but his parents got through school and I was able to get, oh, that is lovely. God, that's really lovely. Releasing the past, totally all in this with the ending thing. Emerging, transforming, energies transmuted. Yeah, so again, if you, but you know, some of you may need a session to do this, like to help you with the ending or something. And like I say all the time, that's a big part of my purpose is to help people with the ending. It's why I help people with divorces. Sadly, when people die, but obviously I'm a medium too, so that can be bringing through a message. But it's not always appropriate that I'm bringing a message through right away, although that does happen a lot if you're new around here. Like it's I don't like it because my counselor side is like it's too soon, but then my soul side is like, well, you know, someone's soul's communicating me to pass a message on to the person that's heartbroken. So, and what always actually really comforts me is, you know, some of these beautiful mediumship reviews that I've had, you know, my God, was that long ago? Was that before Christmas? I think that whenever it was, when it was Tani's family member wrote when I brought her son through. And it's just like I said, I really do feel that's my most favourite review I've ever. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, but just, you know, it is nothing short of amazing that in that moment I've been used to connect a mother with her son, you know, and his twin brother with his twin brother. And to leave with her nephews. You know what I mean? It was just the words really. I'll put that in the comments actually that review, but it was yeah, kind of makes me a bit lost for words. I was bawling my eyes out. I often do when I get nice reviews like that, but like that one, two became one. That's totally this as well. I might put that. The two become ones just came on. That's really funny union. But it's yeah, I was so overwhelmed when I read that. I just was like really overwhelmed. Um, right, right. So what do we need to know about the future? I think we need that deck. I always do tend to use this deck for this bit. Right, so wouldn't it be great if Union came out again in this deck? That came out a lot last night, but we've already got the proposal card, which can be anything about proposals or weddings to me. Doesn't always mean literally proposal or wedding, it's just union energy. But I do feel when proposal comes out, I think that is literal. Right. What is coming in the future for this? This was a nice optimistic one for the most part. And I'm sure there's dark stuff to it, but the only kind of shitty bit seems to be a bad influence of a friendship group. But yeah, we didn't like, you know, I think it's more because last night, I can't remember last night's, but you know, I mean, it gets draining when I pick, oh, I think it was that. When I pick up on all the romantic, it just drains my energy. So I'm like, doesn't mean it didn't happen, but they don't want to go on about it. Yeah, look, because they want you to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. But notice I did pull it out reverse, so Sagittarius is a sign about being optimistic. It's about this is coming. So whoever you are, if you're the feminine, keep visualizing what the happily ever after moment is. Whether it's, further down the line when you're more serious and you want something like that, if that's what you want, or whether it's the moment this person says I love you, or the moment that you see the person for the first time, you know what I mean? Like, it's keep visualizing it. And if you're the masculine and it's something like that, keep visualizing that. Keep visualizing the moment you're able to tell someone you love them with no problem, especially because there seemed to have been an energy at the throat that was blocked, but it will be blocked no more. With two become one, it could be the moment, another moment. It's funny, right? Yeah, yes, a passionate rekindling. So we already know that there's going to be a rekindling here. Every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled. So that is what to look forward to if this connected with it. If it's kind of like there is going to be a rekindling here. It reminds me of something I clipped today from the one from yesterday. It was like that was about there's going to be a rekindling here, despite the people that have tried to prevent it. They're going to have to watch it. So that could be those vibes. Here for the Leo extraness. Look at this commitment. Yep. Totally nails the whole thing, doesn't it? There's going to be a proposal and then there's going to be a commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. That is beautiful. And there might actually be some children as well that come, or you might already have children. But yeah, your love life has been affected by children, or it's that one or both people have children of their own or something. Respect, clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity and respect. Yeah, this person has gained a lot of clarity about this. They have a lot of respect for you, which is why they got me to say about the John Bishop thing that it's actually a compliment that they've been taking this long. And now I feel guided to pick up this for some reason. What does that say? I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realise what I had until it was gone. Often the way. Um, right. So if anyone wants a wee message, if you've made a donation, I'm going to do that in a minute. Well, gangsters. So I'll do Heather's right after I finish this. Gangsters Paradise. Coolio's on. I used to love that. Been spending most of their lives living in a gangster's paradise. That's kind of weird, right? So again, if you think about what that whole film's about, it is bad influences around you. You know what I mean? And if you stay around, well, I mean, it's dangerous. It's life or death in that film. So hopefully it's nothing like that. But you know what I mean? That kind of fits with this. There's bad influences around someone that if you stay around them, well, it can lead to that. Like if it's addictions, if people are keeping you stuck in addictions and not allowing you to heal, they have played a part in it. Got to have personal responsibility, but you know what I mean? It's Oh my god, it was that. Wow, look, I see myself having kids with you. God, that's how crazy is that? They've got me to pick up this deck because that children card just came out. So it's not just so yes, for some people it is going to be that you've already got a child or like more than one child, or especially because I just got pulled up to a wee girl on that Banksy card, or whether it's both people or one person or whatever. But for some people, it is actually no. This person wants to like marry and have kids and all that, and you know what I mean. So it's obviously that's not for everyone, but that is part of this for a lot of people. My fears keep stopping me, and I've had very vivid dreams of it. Yeah. So what I would say is that's what I did say at some point in this. This person is like this close to doing something, and I do feel for some people, it's like some people's family are like, for fuck's sake, just do it. So right, okay. So now I have remembered. Let's read the horse card, or will I read the horse card when I finish everything? No, will I read the horse card now? Because and then I'll go into person. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Right, that was fun. Loving it. I hope it was fun for you too. I hope it was as good for you as it was for me. Right, okay. So let's see how this ties in with everything I've just said. I'm sure it is gonna in a big way. So, Osiris, fertility and endings. Osiris appears before you today in his decorative formal attire of golds, reds, blues, and greens. Precise strokes of golden paint highlight his eyes, and beads of gold are braided in his forelocks, mane, and tail. He holds his dark body in a stance of power, unmistakably bold and confident in his strength and his abilities. The false beard below his mouth is a symbol of his sovereignty. Osiris resides within a peaceful setting of flowering water lily pads. An Egyptian god of fertility, Osiris comes to you as a potent reminder of the earth's natural cycles. Oh God, of course all this stuff's coming in about children, because that's God, Goddess Isis is the goddess of fertility. So it's why I've, like, over the years, I've helped a lot of people that felt, that thought they could get pregnant and that, and then I've sent them distant healing once and they fall pregnant. True story. So be careful if you're around me and you're wanting. Behind him, the pillars of life stretch beyond the stars and into the heavens, represent the seasons and processes of the land. Without these pillars, the earth would no longer exist. The annual cycle of the Nile symbolized birth, death, and resurrection. Rather than fearing nature's process, heed its wisdom. Do you know what's so weird? I've just realised before I started this, I picked some words out the jar, and the first word I picked up was birth. And look at Goddess Isis coming through this, Goddess Fertility and Osiris, and there's so much about endings and beginnings and birth. That's crazy. So, like, basically, I didn't, I always call on, like, Goddess Isis and Osiris and Mary Magdalene, Jesus, but it's like some days there'll be more, like the other day it was it was Mary Magdalene, Jesus coming through because it was Mary Magdalene's feast day. But it's like, today it's like definitely like Goddess Isis. It's crazy that, it's very strong. Like they were already building around me to do this. Rather than feeding nature's process, heed its wisdom. There's that word from last night. The spirit horse, Osiris, asks you to reflect on the current passage of your life. The changes you're experiencing may scare you, but which we've already seen that this is scaring this masculine, but they're getting over it. But there is no reason to fear any stage of life's process. Just as a seed sprouts, grows, blooms, comes to harvest, becomes brittle in dry winter months, and then returns to life with the spring rains, there are no times to release what once was to make way for renewal. Oh, we get the gist. I don't know what I've read wrongly. Explore the season you're in with your most current project, relationship, or endeavour. You may feel that something is dying or needs to come to an end. It can be hard to let go of what you may have spent months or years nurturing and maturity. And that is, again, that feels very connected to it. I do feel for a handful of people, what someone's needing to let go of is, remember I pulled the 7 of Pets, someone's invested in something that is not meant to come to fruition. And that could be hard to let go of it if you've poured a lot of love, energy, time, money into a relationship, bought a house, some kids, whatever, and it's like you're needing to, interesting. So it can be hard to let go of what you may have spent months or years nurturing into maturity. This ending does not mean you will never again experience the beauty of growth. You're traversing an in-between stage that can be flat, uneventful, and filled with grief or of letting go. Be present with these feelings and avoid skirting around them. The rains of spring will come once more, and a new project, new relationship, which we've saw, or endeavour will be born. You may have been recently experienced a symbolic or actual ending. What is yet to come may still be unknown. As you spend time between worlds of death and rebirth, be ready to explore essential aspects of yourself and actively invite the next level of growth with clear intention. Focus your energy on the flowers found at Osiris's hooves. The white water lilies represent hope, purity. Cultures around the world associate these blooms with gods and spirituality. Even in times of death, spirit and God are with you, and a flower bud is waiting to bloom. Oh, that's nice. Harness the energy of the spirit horse Osiris and stand tall and proud of what you have achieved while allowing the mystery of Mother Earth, her sacred seasons, and the starry heavens above to carry you forward. What phase of nature's cycle are you experiencing? How can you recognise, accept, and honour all stages and processes of life and death? What might need to end at this time so rebirth can occur? Fear needs to end. Right, okay, let's read the other one. I don't know about all of it because they're quite long, but that is totally, see what I mean? It is totally, I knew that that's what they would do, and I think it's better to read the card at the end than at the start, because it's more kind of like, wow, because it's like I've already done it all, and then, because, yeah, I like that. Anyway, you could let me know what you prefer, but I think I like the card at the end. Black Peril of Wisdom, the Great Space Holder. Reverence, uniqueness, neutrality. Black Peril is an imposing being. His thick, wavy mane stretches almost to the ground, while unusually long, elegantly flowing black hair and flowers adorn his fetlocks. Don't know what fetlocks are. He stands steady on the land and possesses an aura of deep ancient knowledge. And remember, this was the feminine holding space energy. He conserves his energy and seldom chooses to move faster than he needed, but brings thunder to the land when he does. Tremendously patient and quietly observant, Black Peril understands that even every horse, human, and creature of earth is a divine and unique in style and desire. That's very North Road in Aquarius. Black Peril's presence gives us hope and encourages our inner independence on life's mysterious journey. So it's kind of given the feminine didn't know, or you don't know exactly how it's going to work out, but you just know that it's going to end up you and them. Like, you know that that's the happily ever after that you both want. And because you're holding space for that, it's this person's believing it now. Black Peril of ancient bloodlines and his genetic heritage has witnessed many expressions of humanity. From this deep knowledge comes neutrality and acceptance of others that many have not experienced for themselves nor been able to muster for others. This old soul sees life through a different lens than the ordinary human. His calm and gentle thoughtfulness evokes awe and reverence in the hearts of others. You to see I keep thinking that's going to die. Every living being as divinely unique, created for its purpose and expression. Each being has their own values, spiritual beliefs, and views. Spiritual beliefs is the 9th house, and views about how to live. Remember not to take people's differences personally. Doing so can create feelings of sadness, rejection, or anger. And I feel that's about you as the feminine has, took the higher ground and realizing that this person isn't spiritually awake yet when they've been in that bit. And when they are, they're going to be on the same page as me. So I'll hold space for that moment. But that takes a lot of strength because you've got to keep, oh, look, I've frozen. You've got to keep ignoring the fact that other people can't see the vision and you're going to look batshit crazy, basically, even to them. Black Peril offers a balance of active masculine, intuitive, more passive feminine energies. He's not accommodating nor sensitive, nor is he inconsiderate, dominant, focused on his goals at the expense of others. His reverence for life's many expressions keeps him enthralled in the wonder of others. Connected with his heart, he understands that judgment only creates separation. Ancient wisdom is his gift and lesson for you. He comes to you with the knowledge that neutral, open heart brings far more to life than intolerance. To preserve his spiritual expression and connection, he takes nothing personally outside of his being. Black Peril has great resolve on this matter, and he wishes you to consider the same practice. Whether children cling to his legs, plastic bags blow overhead, dogs suddenly bark, or lightning strikes with an ear-piercing clap, Black Peril remains centered and balanced. His honouring others while being steadfast and solid in his being. Black Peril is the great space holder of unconditional acceptance for all. Which is divine feminine energy. That is what you do. Do you know what I'm laughing at right now? That there's a song on. I think it was that. Was it that song? I think it is. No, it might not be. No matter what, Boyzone's on, and I don't. Whatever song it is, I don't like that song or whatever other one it was. But there was a song like that came on recently, and my dad turned it up and said like to my mum, like, Rona, look, and it was like something like, I don't know, it was something like they were at some kind of dance or something and they were dancing to that. And I just thought it was funny that it was cute that she instantly knew what the memory was and then he did too. And but I was like, that's really weird that that's like a cute memories for you. I mean, because I think that's like, I'm sure that's the first song I ever danced at a party with a boy. Do you know what I mean? And it was I don't know, I just thought it was quite funny, like it was a weird memory. It's reminding me of that story I've told in this of like of the John Bishop telling the story when they first. There's a lot of reminiscing in this. This is very Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Oh my god, come on, this is too long. I need to read all of this. As part of the mystery of life, every being differs from you in some form or another. And as I've said throughout, twin flames are very different, So you've got to accept that. Look, do you love this person or not? Do you love each other or not? Because you've got to accept you're very different. But that doesn't mean that you can't make it work. You know what I mean? You've been created by God, like, to be with each other for that purpose because you bring something different to the table. Show up. Well, I really love the way I said that, but that is true. Show up exactly as you are without apology. Inner strength allows you to be vulnerable and open. Your size, colour, shape, intelligence, strengths, and weaknesses are all intricate parts of your expression and offering. How others decide to receive, interpret, or engage with you is more about them than you. Tune into ancient wisdom of Black Pearl, discover and honour reverence for all of life. Learn to embrace your uniqueness and the divine expression of every living being. When do you allow the judgments of others to affect you? How do you create separation by judging others? So again, because I feel this is more like for the feminine card, but it can be for the masculine too. It's like if you're not already in the energy of not judging the masculine for not being on the same page, like trying to just look at it from the higher perspective, because that's what the ninth house is about. You know what I mean? Like that they've not spiritually awakened to the same level yet. And then that song just came on. It's like that, and that's the way it is. How do you practice respect and reverence for other expressions of life? When do you focus on the thoughts and actions of others instead of your inner serenity? How can you hold space in your body and mind while chaos plays out around you? I mean, hello, that's totally the twin flame journey, because it's like what I said yesterday about I see no difference between the true twin flame journey and kingdom spouse, because the feminine has to hold space throughout the masculine doing the most, is the best way to put it. You know what I mean? Like that can be very bad for a lot of people. Um, like that might not be that they're with someone else. That might be like they're not with someone else, but they're just free and footloose, and they don't footloose and fancy free, and they want to be with you. You know what I mean? It's like this, and then you've got to endure feeling all of that going on, whether they're with one person in particular, however serious or not serious, or lots of different people, and it's dark. So yeah, all the feminines that this story was for, you do deserve to get this person back. Absolutely in love with you and all for you would be my feeling on that for going through that hell. Because one could really make the judgment call. Is it fair that some feminines go through like 15 to 20 to 30 years of absolute agonizing heartbreak, pain, longing, yearning, and then the masculine goes through, you know, a shorter period of time of, yeah, being heartbroken. But you didn't need to go through all of that. What I did, like, I wasn't doing any of that, you know what I mean? But they still do go through their own pain. But, right. And just because I want the two cups card to cut, I'll give up. I will give up, but I want to see if it comes out. But anyway, right, okay. So Heather, are you ready for your message? Because I'm going to wrap this up here, and then I'm going to. I think I finished. I feel like I finished something else at 11:11 the other night. It's about to turn 11 here. So hungry. Saving, security, conserve, control, scarcity. Recovery from loss, spiritual poverty. Where someone's held their love back, they're coming out of that because they can't stop thinking about the past and reminiscing, and they're ready to manifest it because that's how they felt about this. Look, what the fuck did I do? Conflict, disagreement, competition, and defeat. Oh, that's interesting because that's the Five of Swords, and that card in that Jesus tarot deck was the Five of, was it that one? I remember I pulled the Five of Swords. So, yeah, it was, eh? And it was like, what you're going to have to watch when you're in union is you don't fall into that energy again. Because that's the moment a masculine's been in their ego. And well, there's two women walking away. So you decide what's going on there. They fucked off two women, it looks like to me. And they've lost them both. Or maybe one's like with him, but it's like, she's like, you can have him. Fuck this. But I feel it's like he's messed about two women and fucked up. Yes, but now it's time to give equally. The two cups card's hiding, guys. It's just cheating if I keep trying to. Maybe there was cheating involved for me to say like that. Nah, they just keep saying it's manifesting. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Look, maybe right now, which road do I go? Ten of Wands. Burden, responsibility, hard work, completion. I think someone's dropping the burdens. And leaving the heartbreak behind and coming in. Yeah, basically it is given in the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person's got a lot of love for you. We saw that throughout all of this. Right, I'm going to leave that there because I'm tired. I'm just losing. I'm losing steam on this now. But it was a nice one. Right. Okay, so Heather, is there a particular deck you would like me to use to give you a wee message? And thank you for that. Oh my god, my nose is switchy. I'm going to have a boiled egg on toast. I thought I'd share that with you. I really want chocolate or something, but I haven't got any. Anyway, right, I'll feel into it because I can't see what you're saying. What that fan's annoying me now. Can we turn it off? It's still hot in here, but I'm leaving in a minute. Right, I'm gonna pull one of these ones. Right, right, you pick, right? You said you pick anyway. The Teletubbies is on. Time for Teletubbies. Right. What does Heather need to hear right now? Oh, that one nearly flips out. What does Heather need to hear right now? Oh, wait a minute, actually. What was another deck? The Sanctuary. Harmony and balance, joy, contentment. I love when they do that, right? Even when I do a personal message, when I do it right after the collective, it always ties in because that was a very happy reading. Hidden treasure. You're on the right track. Gift revealed. Heather, your cards are still very in line with, because again, the masculine's gifts are being revealed to them, and the gift of this union, which probably is the case that they gave the gift away. Like, yeah, I don't want this gift, give it to someone else. And they're like, oh my God, please give it back. I want it. Um, right, the sanctuary. Going to go to the front again. Oh, is it the last card? No, one of the last ones. Right. So, harmony and balance, joy and contentment. And while I'm reading this, actually, if anyone else in the chat would like a word, I will pull you a word for your masculine, your feminine, and I'll do that for you as well, Heather. I'll do that now. For your feminine energy, we have purpose, very still in line with the general. And for your masculine, within you, we have inspiration. So again, other people can take those words on board as well if that resonates, right? But yeah, if you want a word, just put word, and then I'll take it that you want the words. So harmony and balance, joy, contentment. An extraordinary group of Neolithic and Bronze Age stone monuments stands proud in southwest England. Oh, fun for England. Avebury, named for the village that occupies part of the sacred site, was built between 2850 and 2200 BCE and features several stone circles, including the magnificent sanctuary, originally a sophisticated arrangement of standing stones and timber posts that served as a ceremonial temple. Okay, I'll get you in a minute. Of all the ancient stones I've experienced, the complex at Avebury is the one I've visited most. And of each time I do so, I'm overcome with feelings of deep joy, open heartedness, and inner peace. Perhaps this was once a place of celebration. That's so cool. Celebration, and the stones hold that imprint in them. Many people who spend time with the stones here report seeing faces smiling back from them and experience a sense of deep inner joy. The sanctuary is a blessed place, a blessed card to receive, as it indicates a period of deep joy, ease, and inner peace. The kind where you wake up in the morning with a soft, wide open heart. Well, there you go, Heather. That's what you're going to be feeling. Maybe that's when you get really into your studies. Where you're free from worrying or being driven by fear, a time of softness and a harvest of gratitude and contentment, of basking in the sun and embracing the wonder of your life. Enjoy this window of warm, gentle peace. Do what you can to slow down, savor the gentle pace, and drink it all in. That is so nice because that really fits with this whole message that it feels like a period of pain for both people is coming to an end and being replaced with like a huge amount of happiness. Um, how can you welcome more joy and peace into your life? Love it. Right. And words for Katie, we have for your feminine energy. I believe I'm this hungry, but I suppose I did only have like egg and avocado this morning on toast, and then I had I do that all the time though, only have like some sort of breakfast and tea, but I didn't. I've obviously not eaten enough. Right, feminine. Well, you're not getting a word, Katie. You've got to make up your own. Sorry to be so mysterious, but like I said, feminine energy is mysterious. But yeah, when I get the blank card, it's like ask them, ask your guides, tune in. I remember you've got some serious Pisces rising going on, have you not? Masculine energy, strength. So I feel right now you're having to lean upon your inner mass. I don't think you can hear that, but my stomach is like rumbling, like, really telling me I need food. But it's yeah, it never comes through, but it's just funny. It's like, yeah, your masculine energy is really having to carry you right now, whatever that means. And I'm just feel like I want to be very still and tune in. And I know that you're very like that anyway, aren't you? Like it's I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling like whether you feel like that now or it's upcoming. I feel maybe in a few days when Saturn goes retrograde, you might feel an even stronger need to really protect yourself with your own masculine energy and go within and ask for your word. Like, because honestly, I'm trying everything within me to resist pulling you a word for your feminine energy, but they're telling me not to, so I'm not gonna. It's quite funny. Like that's deep. Um, but yes, take that message. My father-in-law isn't being fed. Oh, what do you mean? Like he's at the stage where he's not even able to? Oh, that's sad. I'll keep him in my prayers. That's sad. Yeah, yeah, you do need to go and see him. Right, is anyone else wanting words? If I hermit any harder, I'm going to make a literal cocoon. Yes, well, I was sort of feeling that. Yeah, I know. I feel like that a lot myself. But then it's funny because then you do. Well, I don't know. That's what happens to me. Like I will hermit very hard like that, and then I just do spring to life because that's actually just happened the last year. You know what I mean? Like you saw what I was saying, how much I cannot stand cancer season, but I'm quite proud that I did manage to do a few likes. But now, like this is why I'm loving this so much because I love Leo energy. Um, and yeah, I am hungry. But yeah, is anyone else wanting some cards before I go at exactly 11:11? Because if not, now I really will bid you. It's 11:11 now. Make a wish, everyone. Make a wish. I've made mine. I prefer to call it a prayer. Um, yeah. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Yeah. Have a nice weekend. Exciting times with the North Node shifting and Saturn retrograde's happening as well. And then I'll come in like I think I'll be live on um Tuesday because I only get back on Monday. And yeah, and then we can talk more. Oh, what are you? What is that? Is that a moth? God, that's a bit mystical. A moth has landed on the mouse pad and it's just dancing about. What are you up to? God, you're not scared anyway, are you? Are you lost? Hello. It's wee tentacles. It looked like it was waving at me. What are you doing? I'm about to close this soon. I'm getting up and I'm going through the kitchen. You really want to get off? I will not flatten you, but I mean, you're right there. He's climbing on the sea. Oh, he just flew off of the sea and he's... Oh. Might be a she. How do we know it's a he? Anyway. Just getting a little bit distracted there. Yes, have a lovely weekend and I will see you on Tuesday, I think. Tuesday. I like doing them because I always pick up on like quite public sort of stuff, like well-known people and stuff. What? Dark hair long? What are you talking about? The moth. What are you talking about? I'll see what you're talking about and then I'll end this. I don't believe how hungry I am. Like totally disoriented. What day is it? Today's Friday. Saturday. Yeah. Right, you're very welcome. Yeah, I'm going. Right. See you later. Thanks for hanging. This was a nice story and congratulations whoever it is actually, and I wish you all the happiness.